Okay, we are live. Hey, everybody. Before we get to you, my first guest, Chris. How you doing, Chris?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I want to say hi to these guys. Hey, everybody. We wanted to come together and do a Green Room Live. This is the first. You're the first guest on the first Green Room Live.
Great set.
But I wanted to just take a minute. Thank you, guys. I want you to stick around for as much of this as you can. We got some giveaways. We got about, 10 to 20 people coming through here in the next little bit. And it's going to be incredible. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for just following us and watching the podcast. It has been such a joy. I can't even begin to tell you. The comments we get, the encouragement, the stories of the miraculous, it really is so encouraging. And so we want to do this, give back to you guys a little bit, have some fun, do a live. I apologize for anything this man is about to say. We're live.
We're live. Do we want to start with your sweatshirt?
Yeah, what do you want to know?
I mean, maybe tell them about it.
Can we see it? Yeah. So this was a gift to me, I don't know, like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 6, from Global Awakening. Global Awakening. Now, I know you're new to this. Global Awakening is the ministry of Randy Clark. I used to travel with him, spend time with him. So this is like an early photo from like the early revival years of the Toronto revival.
So this is how you move. You put your friends on a
Yeah,
sweatshirt.
here, chuck that up a little bit closer to your face.
Yeah.
I didn't do this. Someone from their office made this for me.
Nice.
And it's an ugly Christmas sweatshirt with Randy Clark's face on it.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's my only Christmas garb that I own. Yeah.
Good.
So Randy's like spiritual father. One of my spiritual fathers.
Okay.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing incredible. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah. Love the new set.
This is just a temporary. Yeah, but we are in a new building where we film. We kind of film over there off camera.
Nice.
I met you in the old studio space.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yep.
Okay, so let's just rewind. For those of you who don't know who this is Chris Baumgardner. And if you haven't watched the story or his testimony of God moving in his life, really taking him from, how would you describe it? Like not moving in any of the gifts of the Spirit?
Yeah.
To a flipping roller coaster.
The deep end.
Yeah. And since then, since you were on, I was the first podcast you were on.
Yeah.
Since then, you were on Blurry Creatures.
Blurry Creatures. Yep.
And actually, I don't know if I can say that. Well, I was gonna try to go on Blurry Creatures today. You were gonna set that up, but we had this.
Yeah.
So they can wait.
That's right. That's right.
So you came on. We met. I don't know, what is it? A year and a half ago?
2 years.
Has it been that long?
Beginning of 24.
And you had basically were thrust in the deep end of the move of God.
Yeah.
With dreams and tongues.
Yeah.
And the prophetic. And it hasn't stopped. In fact, it's increased. We were on the phone for like an hour yesterday.
Right, yeah.
What is this encounter with the Lord just done for you, for your family, for your life? Like, what's changed as you've encountered the move of the Spirit?
It's been interesting. I mean, you can go back through the episode. I won't go retrace, but for me, it was first the calling you out and isolation with God, and the Hebrews moment, shaking everything that can be shaken until all that remains. And then I think it was identity, right? It was like redrafting everything I thought identity was, and in wounds that had kind of shaped that over time. And I think to me the most amazing part is sometimes when you go through a season of wilderness, you think redemption looks one way, and God has something so much better. And in my case, I thought once I moved through a 3-year season of stillness, it would be throwing me back in with blessings and, a lot of the world I came from. And it was so much better in that it came in the form of people and relationships that God put into my path, and just allowed me to have a front row seat to how he was moving in their lives. And like me, I'd never encountered the Holy Spirit before, and we kind of stopped with the Book of Acts and never went forward. I mean, we didn't in the church I grew up. They taught it all, but you really never encountered it. And over the last year, it's been amazing to see, I think, almost 200 people for the first time encounter the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
And it's just been
so
life-giving.
Let's explain a little bit of this. So we met at the Iris house.
Yeah.
Which we are no longer in. It just sold.
Yeah.
Which is sad. Are you sad?
Right. I am sad.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
But I also get it. And after you had this kind of encounter with the Lord where you got the gift of tongues, right, you were just kind of set on fire. That's the only way I can describe it. You just got really passionate for the things of the Lord. Everywhere you went, you started talking about what God was doing. People began to reach out to you, be like, I want the same thing. Yeah. And over the course of the last 2 years, year and a half, we've prayed for over 200 people in like these groups of 5, right? 4, 5, 6 sometimes. And every 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, something like that. And we've gotten to see some incredible miracles, healings.
Yep, 3.
The prophetic.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm not going to go into any details, but did you see what was announced yesterday?
Yes. Amazing, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could tell people, but I can't. Can I?
Yeah.
No, I can't. But just yesterday we saw the fruition of a prophetic word that's affecting hundreds of thousands of people. More.
Yeah.
That was given up in the upper little room prayer time at one of your meetings. And the person that we prayed over really got thrust into his own little personal revival with the Lord as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean,
God, we're being so cagey.
And it's just to protect the sanctity of the people that trusted. And it wasn't like the hair on fire. You're just going and you're walking up to strangers and telling everybody. I think it was just God meeting a willingness to be available, and like to surrender your agenda and just be present in a moment. Mm-hmm. And I think that doesn't have to happen walking through bookstores and meeting people, though that's cool. I've heard your story about that. To me, it was just like, how do you totally check in to the people around you and just really lean in? And it started at the Hill, and you and Grant had, and a few others have just been incredible in walking alongside me and what God was doing, and people wanting more, seeing, hearing. But at the root of it was, I think, people that were in a season where they needed to know God was listening to the prayers that they were offered. They needed to know that God was in their situation. And as something happens, and you've seen this in the charismatic movement, but something happens the minute you realize the God you pray to is real.
Yeah.
And we believe it, but until you experience it, like, it puts your faith on a whole new level. And to watch so many people, both at the Hill, which is what we call the Iris House, and now just daily, and being out in business meeting. I was at a business meeting in Alabama, and the guy, I kept hearing God speak, and and it was awkward at first, but to step into that and to just get out, one of the things you've taught me is, like, it's not about you. Just step out and let God speak, and you don't need to understand it. But to watch him meet those people in a way that's special to them, that only they'd really know, but it is powerful to just know God's there. Like, he's with us all along. And so to get a front row seat to that, whether and how it's happened, has been unbelievable. It has challenged every limit of things I thought of, my skepticism. We've seen deliverances from people that I know if word got out of who it was, it would cost everything.
Right.
And to watch the freedom after, because I've gotten this ability to watch all of the people that we prayed over after. Yeah. And to watch the impact it's had on their families and their friends. And interestingly enough, it was like 3 steps removed from a person. I think this was 2 months ago. They had come, gotten prayed over, had this powerful encounter that impacted somebody else. And it's just amazing to see, like, again, redemption comes in such a different form
Yeah.
than what I thought in walking through a wilderness. And it's like, how do you just surrender what it is that you want to accomplish, you want to do, and just be present in the life of others. And that's the one thing I will say about you and your team. Like, the reason I love Iris is, man, you guys don't have an agenda, and you so willingly give. And between you and Hank and Dylan and others that have just sowed into my life over the last year, I can't tell you how thankful I am, because some of the times you have to see things modeled, right, to understand what does this look like practically. And one of the bits of feedback I think Dylan gave me when this journey first started is, the whole purpose of this is just to love others and to love Jesus more.
Yeah.
You said love Jesus more. Dylan said if you're giving words to people and it's not based on love for them, you're missing the whole point. And I think that just kind of centered me on at least what the Hill Nights were really about. And then starting to make way for God to move in a deeper
And we're
way.
still doing them.
Right.
And don't ask if you can come. Or you can, but you got to talk to Chris. I have nothing to do with the setting up. So we have a couple of rules. Yeah. Right? No, we don't
invite.
tell. There's no what?
I don't invite anybody.
You don't invite
I just
anybody.
have a rule that if I do it, I'm engineering something God's doing naturally, and I don't want to be that guy. And so if people reach out to me, I will, and they're not charismatic, I will let them
that's
come.
another rule. No charismatics.
And it's no offense against charismatics. It's just, I feel like the purpose of whatever God's doing is to let people know He's there. And if they've never gotten it, usually they've never had an encounter.
Right.
They've never gotten a prophetic word or word of knowledge. And deliverance is a whole other animal that they've never encountered. But I think, to me, that's what I've tried to protect is there's plenty of places to go, right, to get all of that. But, so it's I can't invite anybody because that's, again, it would be on my agenda and not God's. Yeah. And then the second is no charismatics.
And you have made that rule because, and I actually kind of like it. I don't know if I should admit that. I like it because there's nobody's coming in with an agenda. Nobody's coming in with their with an experience. They're literally just people hungry for God, open to receive encouragement, edification, and it's a blank slate. Do you have one moment that sticks out to you? And we won't tell any names, but was there a situation that stuck out? I know we talked about like deliverance. That was fun. That was really fun. Yeah. There's been some. I think the moment with we could share this with Chris. Yeah. Where Dylan got the name.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Of his business partner or like I forget what it was exactly, but he just dropped to the ground weeping. Yeah. The Lord just moved on him.
Yeah. There's been so many of those. And so I don't know if there's like one that stands out because I don't know that there's been one night where the impact of that hasn't had just a dramatic shift in the person's life, because I have had the benefit of, kind of watching, following, praying with them after. Yeah. And so I don't know that there's one that just jumps out because honestly, they've all been like so crazy, especially for somebody new to all of this. And to me, growing into it too has been amazing as well. And, but I think that the impact of each, I think the piece I've really appreciated is, it's not a church and it's not a knock against, but there's something happening where people, they want to go deeper. Yep. And it's not formal. It's like prayer and worship.
Yeah, that's all it is.
To me, I think that's probably been the biggest thing is like, wow, like getting out of your own way for a minute and not caring about, like, to me, the difference is a lot of people, and just observation coming in, a lot of people think about the gifts and like wanting to move in the gifts and like wanting to, God to speak through them. And there was a moment this year where I felt God say, what's happening around you is great. I'm in this room, and I just want you to hold my presence. Like, to lean into what I'm doing, and I don't need you to do anything.
Right.
I just need you to be there and like to really understand why you're there. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with me and what I want to speak into someone's life, and to be able to just stay in that moment. You know, I think it was intimidating at first to be around you guys because you all have this incredible gift.
You keep pointing at Hank. Hank, why don't you come on up here? Just, because Hank's been a part of this as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been incredible to be around you guys and to see just the level of giftedness and intimidating a little bit. And I think, you know, one of the things that has really, ways God's spoken to me in all of it, is it's helped me understand it's all about the fruits. It's not about the gifts.
Yeah.
And some of the most powerful moments aren't what's spoken. You know, it's really watching, you know, and watching people's lives change after, and watching the fruits and experiencing just the presence in the moment, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to be the one that's speaking into someone or praying into, like, there's power in just interceding, and there's power in worshiping. And so it's been so amazing to me to watch, to take part, to see the fruits after, and to walk in relationship and to be discipled by you guys has been just unreal.
I would say this as we transition, because we got a lot of people coming on. This out of moving to Tennessee, and I think I said this on our podcast, like, this has been one of the most like exciting things that I've experienced in a long time, in the sense of this organic move of God. And it started with you and Grant, and has just multiplied, and I love it. And that's just the simplicity of the move of the Holy Spirit. There is something taking place in America right now, and I feel like everybody's been saying that for forever, but I'm actually seeing it, and it's beautiful. And I think you're at the pioneer. At least you're at the pioneer moment of at least what I see God doing in Franklin and Nashville area and beyond. We have businessmen that come in now just to encounter the Lord. People drive. We've had people fly in. It's incredible.
So when I had done a few other podcasts I was talking about the hill.
Yeah.
And I don't know, people latch on to this idea of the hill, high space, and I started getting messages from all over the world, people wanting to fly in.
Yeah.
And which was interesting to hear God kind of speak into me and my journey. Like, it's not about a place, it's a posture. And to really understand that and grasp it. And the way God teaches is just awesome, because I'm a little hard-headed and Southern, so it takes a little longer to learn.
You're not as hard-headed as Hank. He's South African. Yeah.
But it's amazing to see, like, there is a hunger that's building, and the folks that God keeps sending, initially they were all culture changers, actors, musicians, movie producers, people in politics, and it's expanded, out even more. And to me, it's beautiful, because God is starting to move in ways that I would have never imagined.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Chris, listen.
Yeah.
Last night, you and I were on the phone, and you said, I've never given you any Iris swag. Is that the word you used?
Swag.
You said merch or whatever.
Swag.
Listen, I'm going to let you take home the Green Room cup.
Green Room. All right.
Yeah, they're not for sale.
I will sport it proudly at work.
Yeah. Dude, I love you, man.
Yeah, likewise.
And thank you for coming on. Thank you for just being a part of this. And guys, if you want some more information about what we're talking about, go back, watch the Green Room. Well, I forget what we called it, but Chris Baumgardner.
Yep.
And you can check that out. And hear the whole story, because it really is fabulous. You could watch Blurry Creatures as well, but our podcast is much better.
That's right. It's deeper.
Yeah. So, dude, I love you. Thank you for coming on. Take that
likewise.
mug with you.
All right.
Hank, do you have any highlights of our time with Chris?
I mean, I would just say in general, I remember when we moved here, because I'd live in Mozambique, I didn't feel comfortable in Franklin, because I'm used to one of the poorest places in the world, and we'd take our kids to the zoo in Nashville, and it's a lot more multicultural and not as wealthy area, and I'd feel so comfortable. I'm like, Jesus, why don't you have me live here? I feel comfortable here. And I just, every time I feel him say, like, no, I've taken you to Franklin for a reason. And And I feel like even just the podcast has been a people and Franklin people. God's used the podcast to help me to the little bit I get to contribute and encourage people.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a fulfillment of what Jesus told me, why he brought me to Franklin. So
It's been great. We've seen so many miracles. It really is. It really has been fantastic.
Yeah.
But dude, listen. Yeah, go for it. You got something?
I think the last thing, just on your
Sure.
your comment, it's interesting to see, and I live this. Franklin is in one of the wealthiest zip codes in the country, right? And it also, one of the things that drives success oftentimes is trauma.
Yeah.
You know, and things. And so God's, I think, really redeeming a lot of that here. And so it's people that you think are all put together.
Right.
Or need God just as much, if not more. And everybody's walking their own story, right? That God's working in. And I think it's been really beautiful to see that happen. And I do believe this is your next great mission field.
Come on.
So
I love that.
Glad to have you on.
God has taken people from the missions field in Africa, South America, and brought them here. And I think there's a reason why Iris is here in this area. When we moved here, I had no idea that it was like one of the wealthiest zip codes in America. And if I knew that, I probably wouldn't have come. Because it's harder it is weird. And I'd love to hear your perspective on this, Hank. But I think that's part of it. Like, God loves everyone. The poor, he loves the wealthy, and sometimes the wealthy are the poorest ones amongst us. But listen, dude, I love you, man. You're amazing. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, you need one of these. All I Want for Christmas is revival. Hank.
Yes.
How are you?
Wonderful, thank you.
Okay, one of the things that we're doing, guys, you're watching live, is I want to introduce you to some of the behind the scenes. Now, you've seen Hank before. He's been on and off, but and you've seen Hank's father-in-law, right? Have we had Antoinette on? I don't remember.
She's never been on screen.
Well, you're about to meet Hank's wife. So before I bring these guys on, when God called us out here to Franklin, we didn't have like a full team. We took a chunk of people, but then very quickly others began to say like, oh, we hear the Lord wanting us to come as well. And Hank and his wife Antoinette and their 16 kids? How many are you up to right now? 5. Gosh, it feels like so much more than that. They said we want to come. Now you guys have been. I met your wife living in Mozambique, and I met you in Mozambique.
Yes.
And then we've connected around the world, different schools, stuff like that. But the fact that you guys are out here is like the opposite of the way you guys have set your life up for. But it has been one of the greatest joys to have you guys out here.
Thank you.
So, guys, this is some of our team. So Hank and his wife, Antoinette, one of the things they do is they are a part of our family care team, which is our missions care. So we have, and maybe you guys don't know this because we don't talk about it too much, but we have, 75 plus or minus bases or locations around the world in 35, 6, 7 nations, something like that. It fluctuates. And in that we have about 400 to 500 missionaries.
I think so. Yeah, I don't.
You should know this, Hank. This is your job.
It's not about numbers.
It's not about numbers. Yeah, nice save. So we have a team of family care that it is their job to pastor and it's their job to serve. Come on up, Antoinette. Oh, M, you can. Why don't you come up too? Let's talk about family care really quick. M is my sister. She runs family care. And Emmeline has been on a green room, but long time ago, back when we were in California. So if you go back and watch some of the old green room episodes, you can see Em on there. Hey, everybody, this is my sister, Emmeline.
Hey, guys.
Okay. You can guess whether she's older or younger. I'll leave that up to you. Hey, Em. I start out, yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up?
Not much.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah? So Emmeline is my older sister. I won't leave it up for the chat. And you've been with Iris 20 years. How many years have you been with Iris?
2009, 16.
16? 20 years. I remember when you and your sister came and your family. How old were you when you came to Pemba?
18.
18. And now you're married to Hank.
Yep.
5 kids, living in Franklin.
Yes.
And so this is a part of our family care team. So, Em, describe family care really quick.
Family care is Iris's team to support our missionaries on the field.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that they're loved, cared for, encouraged, that they're able to run and thrive and be effective in their calling. So it's a support.
Yeah.
We want to come alongside. And
What is, and Hank and Antoinette serve on that team, massive part of that.
Yeah.
Like, describe a normal day for you guys.
Well, it's different every day, right?
Yeah.
Normal.
Yeah. What do you guys
Well,
do
we
every
do a
day?
lot of calls and checking in with people. Hank and I focus on like the leaders of our locations. So what we do is more like leader care, just making sure that they're doing great. What do you need? Asking a lot of questions. We've also hosted a lot of them out here, and
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite things to like pour into the families, and
Yeah.
every little kid that comes through is like such a joy.
Yeah.
I love that Iris really like encourages families out on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's like one of the biggest issues that like you have faced as family care, like the difficulties? You don't have to use specific, you can speak in generalities. We're not going to call anybody out, but like give me some like when people think of family care, like what are the stuff that they're not thinking? Like what's the stuff behind the scenes that's crazy that you can say on TV or
Well,
on
I think
live?
one of the main things that most missionaries struggle with is loneliness.
Wow.
And there's lots of reasons for that. So we like to come alongside and just help them figure out how they can like overcome that. Because
Yeah.
I don't think God intended for any of us to feel alone, whether you're out on the field or not. So yeah, we love coming alongside them and seeing how we can help them in that. It's just one of the many things like,
And amazingly, loneliness, it can be for a missionary that's on a team,
yep.
a big
Yeah.
team,
Yeah.
or a missionary that's on their own.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just them
Mhm.
and their spouse, or they have
Yeah.
a very small team. So it affects everyone.
Yes.
We have a lot of missionaries, not necessarily Iris, but like people that have done missions that have been on the field. We get people watching this, missionaries watch this, from ex-missionaries, pastors, leaders. I've heard a lot of stories of people leaving the missions field because of, well, you know all the reasons. Chaos, trauma, feeling disenfranchised. Like, what are some of the things that you would tell people going out onto the field, like, get this before you go? Like, there's even people watching that want to join our schools. Like, what's something that they could start working on now that will make them fruitful on the field?
Well, I think being assured of your calling to the field, there's a high cost that comes with that, and you have to count that cost. And I think knowing with certainty that that is what the Lord is calling you to,
Yeah.
and not just it looks exciting, it looks fun, it's an adventure, and it's so much, it's wonderful, but knowing that you're called to that too, so that you, when it does get tough, which it will, and then you do have challenges,
Yeah.
you're certain of why you're there, who you're there for.
Yeah.
So being sure of that, I think, is step number one.
I am regretting not asking you to wear a sweatshirt that you could roll your sleeve up because M has, I call it Thor.
Yeah.
It is a knife wound
silly.
when you got stabbed, cut, when you got cut. Do you like that better than stabbed?
Yeah, stabbed is. I
Stabbed
don't
is
think
more
that's
like
accurate.
this. Cut is more like that. Either way, you got knifed on the field.
Yeah.
So bad.
And
laugh
on
about
where
it
is
now.
it? Point.
Oh, it's
point
on
to
my
it.
on my upper arm.
Yeah, you can roll your
yeah.
sleeve up a little
No,
bit.
that's all right. We'll
Thor.
let
Thor.
people
Thor. For
leave
the
it to
green
their
room. Live.
imagination.
We want to see scars, Em.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, it was a welcome to the field experience. It happened, I think, about a month, 4 or 6 weeks after I arrived in Pemba. I was walking with another missionary between our bases, and it was a crazy circumstances. We knew not to walk in the dark. That was understood, and it wasn't when we left. The storm rolled in. It got dark pretty fast, and we were approached by a few young men who wanted our bags. And in that struggle, which I would have gladly given to them had they paused
when you
a
say
moment.
struggle, like what's in that struggle?
Well, they
It's-
were.
It sounds like mental anguish. And like, no,
It's.
you were like thrown
Wrestling.
down onto the ground. You fiting back.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't end up on the ground, but I was fighting back. But also
Struggle, she
trying
said.
to, and so in the process of them trying to get the bag from me, which I honestly would have relinquished easily.
Mm-hmm.
I was cut in that trying to get my bag off. So that's what happened.
And you stayed.
I stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you stayed.
Yeah. Which is absolutely possible.
Yeah.
God is gracious and kind and caring, and
Yeah.
he can meet us in those. He does meet us in those horrible circumstances. And
Come on. Listen, I'm going to chat as you guys are. We got over 100 people watching right now live. Do you guys have any questions that you want me to ask these as I have them here for a minute? Anything that you want to ask, throw it in the chat. I'm going to try to get to it. Antoinette, do you mind if we talk about this? Because your father's here, and we're going to bring him up in a second. One of my favorite green rooms was with your father and mother, where I talked about, is it okay to defend yourself on the field? I don't even know if it was a full green room. It was like a half hour, 45-minute segment that we put out. And I would encourage all of you to watch it. And we talked about situations that you have been in. Like, do you mind sharing any of that on the field? Because I think everybody can like look at us and be like, oh, they're family care. But you guys have faced insane things. You've lived in war zones. Yeah,
no. I mean, actually, this might sound crazy, but like some of those situations have actually become one of my.
Somebody said pistol whip story.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what that one is. Well,
I'm not laughing. It's just
It's
people
okay, you
listen.
can
They
laugh.
listen. They
Yeah.
remember.
I was going to say some of these moments just become so precious to me. And my whole family, whichever one of us has gone through these things, they haven't remained as like
Peter,
horror
come on up
stories.
here. Yeah, M. Thank you for coming. I might
We
put you
love
up
you,
later.
Your sister out.
Yeah, I think this
this
is good
is
to have
good.
Dad here for this one. And Hank, you're married into this, so I love you, M. Thanks for coming. Maybe we'll have you back on in a second. Hey, Peter. Everybody say hi to
Howdy.
Peter.
This is my dad.
Okay, so we have father, daughter, a son-in-law.
Yes.
Okay. And you call him daddy, which I don't like, by the way. I wanted to bring that up.
My dad
Right?
likes it.
I don't like that. It's weird. Please don't do it on this podcast. I will get creeped out. And I think everybody watching will as well. But it's like a South African thing, but we're not in South Africa. Okay, I just need to get that off my chest. Sorry.
You're hilarious.
Pistol whip story.
Oh, no. So I was just saying, like, we've gone through these situations that actually I'm just so grateful to the Lord have not remained in my heart as, like, traumatic memories. I did have to let the Lord, like, do a lot in me afterwards. But now I can speak from a place of, like, wow, like, what I remember from that time was Jesus, like, really stepping in. And I think that pistol whip story is I and my dad and my twin, I'm a twin, we were traveling on, like, a ministry tour. And we were in South Africa speaking at a church. We were staying at some friend's house, and these two guys just walk in. Now, there's a lot of crime in South Africa. Depending on where you are, there's more or less. My husband's South African, so he knows all about that. But I had not experienced any of that. I'd only been in Africa for like maybe 3 years at that point. So we're sitting there just having a great time, and these two men walk in, one with a knife and another with a pistol. And actually at that point, I was with the kids in the room, just the kids of our hosts. And we were just hanging out. And I hear suddenly from the dining room, in the name of Jesus. And it was my dad. I'm like, oh, maybe he's like doing deliverance on somebody or, great prayer time. So I walk in and I'm met by this guy with a pistol. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I quickly ran back in.
How old are you at the time?
I was 19.
19.
Yeah. I ran back in. Oh, maybe I was like 20 at that point. I ran back into the room, and the only song I could think of singing with the kids was Jesus Loves Me. This I know was the only thing that popped in my head. The guy rounded all of us up, took us into the lounge, and the only thing we could start thinking of doing was like speaking in tongues, like really loud.
Do you obviously remember this moment?
Yes, I remember it very clearly.
As you listen to your daughter share this, what's going through your head?
Wow. I didn't feel danger.
Uh-huh.
I remember when that started, we were sitting at the table. I was sitting at the table with a pastor, Antoinette and her twin were in the bedroom with the kids. The wife was in the kitchen cleaning up. It was all communicated. It was an open plan house. So we were just sitting there chatting, and two men walk in through the back door. And I thought, wow, these guys are very friendly. And this family, they must be really connected. They didn't even knock on the door to come in. And so he comes round, one of them goes to the pastor, says, we'd like to have some money. And I thought, wow, they've got such confidence to be able to just come and ask for money like that. That's amazing. And so then the other one comes around and gives me a punch in the head and knocks me to the ground. And I realized then that we'd been invaded.
Not a friendly visit.
It wasn't a friendly
That's
visit.
when I heard him shouting, "In the name of Jesus!"
So I get up very indignant. And but I still didn't feel any danger. I don't know. I think God used that to wake me up from a spiritual, very sleepy type of spiritual way of looking at things.
Yeah.
And so I got up really indignant, and I just began to speak in tongues and took authority over everything, because in South Africa they're taught not to resist invasion of a house.
Right.
Just because of the danger of getting killed or whatever. I didn't know that. I just got up and I just took authority in the name of Jesus.
And that gave us all courage, like
Right.
watching
and
you
I
do
saw
that.
the change in the pastor and his wife. All of a sudden, they also woke up. And the pastor got the chair and was defending himself because the guy with the knife was trying to stab him. So with the chair, he's keep protecting himself. And the guy with the gun was the one who hit me. And so I started following him around. In the name of Jesus, drop that. You're not taking that. In the name of Jesus,
So they're
drop that.
robbing the house.
Yeah, they're trying to get all this stuff. And so in the name of Jesus, stop that. And he was getting really nervous.
And I just remember my dad put it, because we're all lined up. We know the only one that can save us in this moment is Jesus.
Yes.
Like, you can't press the alarm button because otherwise they'll hold you hostage. No neighbor is going to come and help. So we're all shouting, Jesus! And then my dad just grabs the guy with the gun's shoulder, and he's like, wait a minute. He's like, Jesus loves you, and he wants to save you from your sin. And the guy just stares at him. He opens up his gun. He's like, I've got 9 bullets in my gun. It's like, I can kill all of you. And then something happened. They grabbed my, they whiplashed, they pistol whipped my twin. And she went down, like, blood everywhere. Same thing with the pastor's wife. And, I mean, we keep on shouting the name of Jesus. Next thing I know, they grab my wallet with passports, all our money, and they're like about to run. And my dad's like, you leave that now in Jesus' name. And they threw it at us, and they just backed out like this, like just staring at us, and they tore out of the house.
Wow.
And then we just went down, pushed the panic button, and we had like all these police and ambulance in like minutes.
Wow. So in a lot of houses, there's private security. So that's that panic button is. I know you just came on. You've been on before, but Peter's in Franklin visiting you guys, you and your wife, and you have 2 daughters with you.
Yes.
And you have your brothers coming, your sons coming in. Who else is? You got a
and
bunch of
Paul's
family.
My brother
His
Paul,
brothers,
and Penny,
yeah.
his wife.
Okay. Just keep it on Christmas, and maybe, what do you guys do for Christmas on the missions field when you haven't had finance, when you haven't had all the things? What, as you look back on, because you've been missionaries your whole life, right?
Yep.
And I would encourage all of you to listen to the podcast that I've done with Peter. They're incredible. The provision of the Lord. I mean, your truck story is one of my favorites. A lot of people in the West, we think of Christmas as, yes, the birth of Jesus, but it's time to give gifts. And you guys have had very little for years.
Yes.
Talk to me about how you do Christmas as a family and what that looked like.
Oh, something I think that we've just really focused on throughout the years is quality time together. Like just really, I have such special memories of like investing in that together. And we use Christmas Day to like elevate that and spend real quality time. We've made gifts for each other.
Do you have a memory of like that you look back on? A lot of people, they listen, there's a term like MK. I'm a missionary kid, right? And unfortunately, there's a lot of like negative stories that come with that. It's like, my parents never did this, my parents never did that. Your whole family, I've never heard that from any of them, and we speak very openly with each other. So the culture in your family never, like, you guys are all running with the Lord.
Yep.
And like what was that like?
I honestly felt like I never lacked, like the whole time. I don't know. My parents just really fostered gratitude.
Is actually relative.
Yeah.
Very relative.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very relative. Paul, my brother, for example, yesterday, we went shopping together, and then he filled my tank with fuel, and I had my little daughter Jemima with me, and he just looked at her and said, "Gratitude is fruit of generosity." And so he said, every opportunity I have is to be generous because I'm grateful. And so Jemima took that on board. And because we tend to be, wanting lots of stuff, especially in this culture that we're living in right now. And you see so much stuff and what the Joneses have and next doors have, and so that's stimulating desires. But anyway, where we lived, and there's nothing there, not even supermarkets. And so we just do with what we have, and we're grateful. And
would you make gifts?
Yes,
would
we
you?
would make
Okay,
gifts.
do you have anything that sticks out?
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember a plaque that Annalisa made me.
My twin.
Yeah, and she burned in that a verse from the Psalms that about, as your days are, so shall your strength be. And that's one of my favorite things. I still have that.
Come on. What about you? Do you remember any, as you look back on Christmas as a family?
Not necessarily Christmas. I mean, my whole life was like touched with love, just handmade stuff. So my dad's a carpenter, so he would make things for us. He made our beds, he made our desks, he made everything. Where we just learned to just receive with so much gratitude. And it's true what my uncle said.
Yeah.
I feel like thankfulness fixes so many of our problems in life. Like it protects our hearts as well.
Come on, Hank. Listen, you got married into this family. So what's it like being just lesser amongst excellence? Like what's? No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. That was a joke. I love Hank. I'm totally joking.
I don't take offense at that.
I'm joking.
No, I remember my first Christmas with him. We had just got married. It was very easy to buy Christmas gifts because they had very little, and they were so grateful for anything. Like I remember I'd buy like a $1 flashlight, and my brother-in-law was so grateful because he didn't have a flashlight. And but then on the other end, seeing how it doesn't bother them, they were so grateful for everything they had, and it was it's a privilege.
I have failed raising my children, Peter. When I just get around you, I'm just like, I'm a failure as a father.
I'm seeing the fruit that's in your kids, man. They are really so important in the Lord.
Thank you. You should spend more time with me, though, at the house. Finance, Jesus talked about finance more than he talked about a lot of things. He really did. Like finance, it's a big thing. It is a big thing in the kingdom. It's a big thing that destroys marriages, that builds marriages, that destroys churches, that destroys friendships. It's incredible. That's why the scripture talks about it so much. It really involves a lot of what we do. But at the same time, doing missions, and living with lack is kind of great too. It's not one or the other. It's not necessarily the blessing to have it all. It's distracting. And that's one of the hardest things, I think, coming off the field and living in America. It is, you actually have to fight to maintain that simplicity and fight to maintain that heart, because it gets chiseled away very slowly. Right?
Yes.
Like, I've watched Hank become very selfish, like, he's asking for more. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Hank's
can I
incredible.
just say something?
I like to make fun of your
What
husband.
about Hank?
He's perfect.
My wife doesn't want to defend me.
Yeah.
No. So something that the Lord showed, well, this is like 101, but I was like, when we moved here and just seeing, just big houses, and I remember being at a Christmas party once of somebody that had like a really big house, and I'm like, this is beautiful, I rejoice, it's amazing.
Multi-million dollar house. Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe I haven't ever been in such a big house before. But the Lord really spoke to me. He was like, it doesn't matter what you've got, as long as what matters is how you use it. And this family had used their house like for the Lord year after year, and invited like people to have Christmas parties there and honor the Lord together. I was like, they're using their house. They're not keeping it to themselves.
Yeah.
They're using it for the Lord. So I think he looks at how we use what we've been given, and that's how he measures what we've got.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about how much or how little we have. It's how we're using it for the Lord.
And and being grateful for what you do have.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I still got to keep going through a bunch more people. I could sit here and talk to the three of you forever. And but I need to share you one of my favorite Antoinette stories.
Sure.
If that's okay.
No,
I'm
I'd love to hear
nervous.
it.
I've never heard anyone else ever say this in my entire life.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get to some comments. So, so when I came out here, we've called it the big house. Like Chris was talking about before, it's the Iris house, which we're no longer in. And about 6 months ago, we left the house, which you and Hank were really managing for family care. So we had, I think, over all the time we're there, over 500 missionaries come and stay, or people come and stay.
Yeah.
And then when we lost the house, and we had to move out, I remember you saying something, and I think this just sums you up, Antoinette. It was like, you said, I love it. Like, now that we don't have the big house for people to come, you were like, I'm so excited about people just coming to my house. And I love it when people come to my house unannounced. And I love it. And I've never heard anyone say that before. Right. Like, you were like, I can't wait to have people show up and I'll cook for them, and I would just want to sit with them for hours. I'm like, that sounds like torture to me. You're the only person that says that. And I really think it's just speaks of who you guys are, and what you guys have done as a family. You're such an integral part of Iris. I got people from all over. You talking about, they know you. Somebody says you look like you play cricket, which I love that.
I used to play cricket when I was a little boy.
Jake said this. I said, I love that Peter said I got knocked on the head, and just laughs.
That's my dad.
I love that. We got Brad and Jen. They're watching from Balama in Mozambique.
We love you, Brad and Jen.
What's up, Brad and Jen? We love you guys. I think they have one of the largest families I've ever met.
Yeah, they have a
How many
cool
kids?
family. 7, I think.
7?
I think it's 7.
8,
7 or
9.
8.
Brad,
Or even 9, I think
you
they might
guys probably multiply. What I love so much about Brad and Jen was they named all their kids after firearms.
Yep.
Yep.
They're amazing.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
It was like Colt.
On the frontier.
Yeah.
Winchester.
Yeah, Remington. I don't know. Caliber. I don't know. It was funny. Love you guys. What's up, Brad and Jen? Gratitude is the fruit of generosity. That hit people. I love that. How do you keep greed away when you become a missionary? Like, how do you keep away from becoming greedy?
Oh, giving more, being more generous, more thankful. That's what, no matter what we have, one thing that is a huge value in our lives is you give.
Yeah.
You just give as much as you can.
When you feel that thing of neediness,
Yeah.
you get rid of it by giving away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on.
You disconnect yourself from that
Yeah.
by giving it.
Come on.
Yeah, and also the satisfaction that's in the heart with what you do have.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus talks about it all the time, and David, King David, in his Psalm 23 says, "The Lord is my shepherd.
Yeah.
I have everything I need."
I shall not want.
But that speaks about I don't have anything I need. It doesn't matter whether I have nothing or have a lot. I don't need anything more.
Yeah. Come on. Brad and Jen. 8 kids now. 7 boys, 1 girl. Magnum, Cannon, Gunner, Warrior, Bianca Derringer. That's the girl, I'm guessing. Thunderbolt. And I
Yeah,
got the
one
other
girl.
2, Remington and Colt. They never had a Winchester. Guys, people are asking, how can they give to you guys? I'm just reading comments. You can go to the Iris Global website.
Yeah, Iris Global, yeah.
And you have Peter and Debbie Wilcox.
Yes.
And Hank and Antoinette. This is
Vandermeerwe.
Wagnermeer Rai.
Fundermadva, if you want to say it right.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Hank V. So you can go on the Iris Global website under missionaries. And thank you for asking. Like, that's
Yeah.
awesome
So
that you guys
sweet.
would ask for that. Pour into these guys. Pour into them. And yeah, if I can get the team maybe to put, if we have direct links to give directly to the Wilcox and to the Vander Mervas. How did you change your kids' mentality? How do you challenge or change your kids' mentality in a material? Okay, I'm going to rephrase this maybe. As you guys are raising kids here in the States, how are you making sure that materialism doesn't affect your kids?
We try and help them see the needy, like not stay in a bubble, right? We try to expose them to like even their roots, even keep them connected to where we've come from.
Yeah, we encourage them to give things away.
Yeah.
We tell them when we give away. We tell them when we need Jesus to provide for us, and then He does provide, and they see that.
Yeah.
So it's normal people to be generous, and we be blessed by that, and then we want to do it as well. So whenever we bless someone else, when God puts someone on our heart,
Yeah.
we tell the girls. Like last week, I'm like, Jesus told me us to give money to this and this people, and I got to send them the money. And then when we pray at night, we thank Jesus we had money to give away, and
They feel part of it.
Yeah. Come on.
Makes them happy. And then
Yeah.
they feel that pleasure of like, it's better to give than get.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How about you, Peter?
People are a lot more important than things. And so when you see somebody in need, the natural response is to
Yeah.
minister to them, love on them.
Yeah.
And and the presence of the Lord
Yeah.
just satisfies,
Yeah.
like it says in Psalm 16. You fill me with joy. Not the things give us joy, but it's His
Yeah.
presence that fills us with joy and satisfies us completely.
So give your kids the present of presents.
Yes.
Yes.
You can fill their stocking up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do both.
Yeah. It's-
But one of the things when I pray for all my kids every day, every night with my kids, we pray for all the family. And one of the things that I really pray for, and I haven't said this to them.
yeah,
This is my
please.
first
No,
time I'm saying
no, this is what I want. Yeah.
that in the middle of affluence,
Mm-hmm.
their heart and their passion for the Lord remains the same and grows.
Yeah.
Because like you said before, it's so easy to get chipped away.
Mm-hmm.
And you become comfortable, and you just become so used to the things that you have,
Yeah.
and you have everything you need
Yeah.
in that sense, and you don't need the Lord.
Yeah.
You think, or you don't even think about it. It's just a
Yeah.
thing that just happens
Yeah.
without realizing it.
I've actually put some thought into this. And this isn't me trying to justify change.
Yes.
But as I look back on my life, whether it's moving to South America or moving to Mozambique or being here, you moving back to the States,
Yeah.
you adapt to the culture, and you have to. That's a part of
Yes.
missions.
Yeah.
A part of missions is learning a culture, being able to speak into the culture.
Yes.
And I think sometimes, at least as I've moved from place to place, I've looked at not walking in the same culture that I was in previously as less.
Yes.
But I'm really just adjusting to the new culture.
Yeah.
But I would agree entirely. To me, it feels more difficult to maintain that hunger off of the field.
Yes.
But there's a different hunger that I need here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's correct.
Yeah.
But the thing is, even if you're living, I find it easier in a country that's developing,
Yeah.
that doesn't have all the things that you have here in America.
Yeah.
I find it easier to live there. But the danger is if you let your heart compare.
Yep.
Okay, you come out of a culture where you have everything, you go to a place that you don't have,
Yeah.
then you begin to compare it, then you can let your heart become bitter
Yeah.
or wishing that you had what you didn't had before,
Right.
you don't have now.
Right.
And like you say, you need to adapt to the culture where you are
Yeah.
and be happy.
Come on. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Guys, I got to keep things moving.
Yep.
We have more people
Let's do
showing up.
it.
I love you guys.
We
And
love
I'm
you,
so
Will.
grateful to have you on. Thank you for coming.
No,
Thank you for being a part of the
pleasure.
community.
No.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for all that you do for Iris. Guys, give these guys a shout out. And James, a media guy, put a link there. irisglobal.org. Give. Just last question for you, Peter.
Yes.
On average, just with all of your kids, how many you have?
I've got 7 kids.
7 kids. Just if you look back over the last years that you had all 7 in the house, how much were you spending every year on Christmas gifts every year on average for all your kids, all your family? I just want 7
Wow.
kids, just
Maybe about $50.
on the whole family.
Yeah.
We used a lot of wood and cardboard and paint at home.
On the whole family.
Yeah.
And we had some of the best Christmases ever.
It's just
How does that make you feel, Sheely? Right? Are you serious?
I mean, it wasn't by choice.
It wasn't my choice. That's all we had.
And there are times where we've suddenly been blessed and we got to do a little more. Like, it's not like that's the
I love
only
it. No. I just think I'm not asking that to be like, wow,
No.
that it's
No.
great. Like I'm asking that because I think it's good. It's just a good reminder.
Yeah. The emphasis isn't on the things, on the present so much,
Right.
but the heart that goes behind
Yeah.
or initiates that giving.
Yeah.
You know, and so whatever we give it from the heart,
Right.
not just to fulfill an obligation or an expectation. This is Christmas, we have to give.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Em and my mom and dad, I want you to remember that this Christmas, it's my heart is I love you. Don't have any expectation. All of you. Yeah. Listen, I love you guys.
We love
Thank
you,
you so
Will.
much.
Thank you.
Thanks
God
for
bless you.
having us.
We got a couple people. We've had a bunch come in. By the way, you're fine, Peter. It's live. They'll get over it. You're amazing. Is there anybody in here that has to go in the next? Like you have to leave? Yep. Come on up. Ooh. Did I see Jess and oh, I know who I'm bringing up after this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got a bunch of people coming. What's up? Hey. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good. What's that? No, we'll yeah. Jess and Jew, why don't you come on up? Yeah, with Mr. Sheely, because I know. How much time do you have? Okay. And Jess and Jew, you got to catch a plane. How much time do you have? Am I allowed to have this? Yes. Thank you. Jessica Tate. Jew.
I have one. I left it.
You did? You got a mug. You can take these mugs home with you. We'll get you new ones. Yeah, you got to hold the microphone up to your face.
Hold this.
Hey guys.
Look, my sweater turns on.
Very.
Oh, I've seen that one before.
Yeah. You can't get this.
You can't beat them all.
What does yours say?
I don't remember. Something about mistletoe.
Okay, that's weird. What about you? You got a Tennessee?
Tennessee, I love my state.
Dude.
Repping.
Represent, baby.
So I made these sweatshirts for Christmas. Yeah, you can. For our team. I don't know, how many years ago? 2 years ago? 2 years ago.
Those are my favorite.
2 years?
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them. I
Got
need to
one
do
in
it
every
again.
color.
I like the green one.
Yeah.
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 You got
How
one.
are you guys?
We're
Merry
good, how are you?
Christmas.
Good. Merry Christmas.
It's raining today.
It is.
Super rainy. Where are we supposed to look?
Just look at. We're just
look
having a
at each other?
conversation.
All right.
Micah says they love Sheely worship, and
As you
and people
should.
said they don't like you, Jess.
I see that too.
Not the
That's
first-
definitely
yeah.
there.
Not the first time I've heard that.
It's- okay, so Jess and Jew live like 6 doors down from us,
Literally
Yes.
right around the corner.
and
bench.
you're literally at our house all the time.
Yes.
Jew, do you want to share what just happened as you were passing out Christmas cookies?
Do
you want to?
Yeah, I can. Passing out Thanksgiving cookies.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the day before Thanksgiving, we were having a very happy day.
Yep.
We live in a house full of women. So our
There's
neighbors,
so many.
there's so,
So
many.
many women.
So do I.
So our neighbors,
That's true, you do. That's accurate.
you have dogs, right?
2.
Okay, so I'm about to share a story that you might not like very much, but we have a house full of women, so we were just trying to be nice with our neighbors because there's a lot of people in our house. So we do Thanksgiving cookies every year and give around the neighborhood.
Hold on. You need to say. I got to pause.
We bribe our
Okay,
neighbors.
we-
No,
do.
so Jess moved into the neighborhood. It was a God thing.
It
It
was.
really was
It was.
incredible.
It was
It
insane.
was.
The Lord picked the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you disciple
Yeah.
a bunch of girls
Yes.
in the house.
Yes.
They live there.
Yeah.
Hey, our HOA
Yes.
Yeah.
Loved
doesn't like it that much.
Loved it.
Doesn't
Right.
love us.
So you don't have the best
No.
reputation.
No. No, I got
We
a
are
certified
kind, though.
letter trying to kick me out of the house at one
Yes.
point. But
Oh my.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie. I probably signed there.
I bet you did. Yeah, I'm
Please.
sure they went around door to door going,
Will
who wants these girls to leave? Will was like, yes.
Yeah.
We are going to take over the HOA, though. I
Yes,
just want
we
you
are.
to
You
know.
should.
We're
Plan.
going to get on the
It's the
board.
long
Yeah.
term
You
plan.
should.
Yeah.
So
So you don't have a good reputation.
No.
So you,
Not
some of
really.
the cookies that you're giving,
No.
I know you just give anyway, but like,
Yeah.
hey, you're making peace.
Yeah.
It's why
Yes.
we send you because they like her better anyway.
they go, you're
They
so
do.
cute.
They like her. So
So I was out, and there's this like couple that lives right across the street, and I've talked with them a few times, but kind of like, hey,
Yeah.
whatever. But so we were trying to be really kind to them. So I went over. And I gave cookies to one house. I went to their house, and I just heard voices, not in my head. They were there, some people in the backyard.
Yeah.
So I just knocked on the front door, and I was like, okay, they're going to come, and I just want to give them the cookies, try to build relationship with them, trying to share a little bit about Jesus, like all that fun stuff. Knocked on the front door, and suddenly, instead of people, I have 4 dogs surrounding me. And one of the dogs, I think he was very hungry, and instead of the cookies, he ate a chunk of my
Listen,
leg.
you got
Chunk.
you literally
Like,
got
yeah, she
mauled
got
by a pit
attacked.
bull.
Yeah. So I just knocked on the front door. The dog came and sniffed me for like half a second, and then just latched to my dog.
Yeah.
My leg.
you came to the ER.
And you came to the
You saw
ER.
Oh no,
You
I was
saw
there.
it.
You saw
it. Yeah.
I can't show the pictures
No.
because I don't want to get booted off of YouTube.
It was bad.
It was really bad.
It
I called the
was.
cops.
Yeah.
I
You did.
called.
You did.
This is actually, if y'all don't know this about Will is a doer. Like if he sees an issue that needs to be addressed, so he came.
You do it.
He came to the ER along with his lovely wife Macy.
What did you do to the
we love
dogs?
Macy.
And
Oh, I don't want to
so-
talk about
We
it.
Listen,
can't.
we can't talk about that. Yeah, we
Guys,
can't talk
I
about
need
that.
you all to.
We can't talk about that. So
This is on record.
Will and Moosey come up. It looks like a murder scene in the ER. Like there is blood everywhere. There is a hole out a chunk out
There's
of the
like
back of her leg.
flash coming out of my
And
leg.
then
It's
massive.
bad.
The
Here, I'll
nurse
show you-
comes
I'll
in.
show you the picture.
The nurse comes in. The nurse is like, you can't all stay here. Like it's too many people inside the room. And Will's like, y'all can all leave then. Like I'm
can
saying.
go.
Everywhere you go, you're having the same thing. Too
Yeah.
many people around.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
I'm like, no. I was like, Will,
Oh, my
you're gonna
God.
leave. So Will leaves.
bad.
That's one of them.
And while Will leaves, he calls the police department, the animal control. I don't know who else. Probably
I
a
called
lawyer.
a
I think you
lawyer.
said.
The
Yeah.
HOA?
And yeah, the HOA. So by the time we had gotten home, animal control had already visited our neighbors. We knew exactly what the police department could do. A report had been filed, and I was like, all right, Will
You
Will
did
took
it.
care of it.
I just
man.
don't like dogs hurting my friends. But anyway,
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. You just
Thank
got your
you.
stitches out.
I got my stitches out a couple
We're not
days
gonna.
ago.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
it
it's
needs,
nasty.
yeah.
So all that to say, if you have a pit bull, don't live it out.
Yeah.
Put it on a
Just
leash.
put it on
Yeah.
a leash
I've
or
met
build a
some-
fence.
I've met some great pit bulls before.
Yeah.
But if it's not a great pit bull,
No. If he has
I didn't know where you
anxiety,
were going with that.
Get that thing.
if he
Yeah.
has anxiety,
Get the
Yeah.
doodles. We have the doodles.
Yeah.
They don't bite.
Right?
They're the worst.
I had a
They are
Shih
not.
Tzu.
They eat a lot of things.
No, the
I
worst.
know. Hold on.
The worst is your
Hold on.
dog.
Can I just? I have
Oh,
literally
his
removed
dog.
things from my friend's golden
Yes.
doodle
Yes.
because it likes to root around in dirty laundry.
Yes.
And it consumes a specific
Yes.
article.
Over.
See,
and
the
over
fact that I know
and
this,
over again.
the fact that I know this and your dog does it,
Both of them. Yes.
like, don't buy that dog. Send
Too late
it off.
now that we have them.
Okay,
so
but
it's-
I don't trust Will's judgment on dogs.
Your dogs are
Your dog is the
are
worst.
crazy.
Get
Oh,
off.
wait,
Your
you
dog
guys
is why I
need to
don't
leave.
have a dog.
How dare you?
Like literally.
Are you talking about
can't
Iris?
stand
Are they
dogs.
talking about
Yes,
Iris?
my dog Iris.
Yeah,
the
Iris.
worst.
She.
The
She's
worst.
perfect. Whatever. You
I love Iris.
Okay,
I don't-
She eats things I would not say on here.
listen. She likes some of those lawn sausages every so often that other dogs might leave there, but it doesn't mean she has a bad heart.
I'm looking at your daughter because
She's kind.
dear God.
She's kind. Guys,
She's not nice.
what do you got going on this Christmas? What's going on? Sheely,
Oh wow. Hi.
how are you?
I'm doing good. I sound like Barry White this morning, but I'm doing great.
I think it's probably the most worn T-shirt I
Yes.
ever wear is Sheely Worship Music,
It's true.
right?
It's actually true.
War broke out in Israel.
Yes.
Put it on.
People thought we were in danger. We were getting messages from around the world.
Yeah.
Are you guys okay?
How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're getting ready to leave town, so it's been a busy season.
Yeah.
But we're doing great. Yeah. How are you?
That was the worst.
It
oh,
said
I
on the
wasn't trying to
paper-
hold your hand.
You reached for it, so I went there.
Yeah.
It said
do
on the
that.
paper, short, concise answers.
No,
Should
no,
we give them
stop.
some
It's
follow the
okay.
rules.
No, don't. Look at somebody put golden doodles or the from the pit of hell.
Oh
I
my
agree.
gosh.
at
Lord,
that.
we asked that you would.
How's your wife? How's your kids? What are
Summer,
you up to?
yeah, she wanted to be here, but she's with the kids. She's packing and wrapping presents.
Yeah.
They're good. We just have finished the craziest season of sports and cheer and kid stuff.
Yep.
And so now that they're on fall break, we're like, thank you, Jesus. We might have a couple weeks to say hi to each other.
Yeah.
You
What's
know?
the Lord speaking to you about 26? Anything?
Ooh, we're heading into like a reset kind of. We're doing December and January. We're not doing anything. We've been flipping houses this year. You know that.
I do know that.
I moved to Franklin so I could borrow Will's tools.
That's fair.
I have tools.
You do.
does.
He's got
A whole
everything you
garage.
need. So this year's been like the first half of the year we were in Brazil twice, and we've traveled a lot, did a lot of worship, and then took all the rest of the year kind of off from traveling.
Yep.
And I've been leading locally,
Mhm.
which I think is what he's
You
doing.
just led for us. which
We
was
just led,
super
yeah,
fun,
we love that. So that's kind of the best of both worlds, is that right balance of how much can we do here to serve and not have to leave the kids as much.
Yeah.
So we're kind of leaning into that for 26, like where are we going to go, how many times,
Yeah.
how much to flip and do business, and the balance of ministry. And so that's what we're leaning into, to hear the Lord.
Come on. What'd you get
Sorry,
your
do I
wife?
sound terrible? What did I get her?
Yeah. He-
She might be
No.
watching,
Okay.
Will.
I-
Don't tell.
It's just really awesome, though.
dude, I love you, man.
I love you, bro.
You guys have moved out to the area. You're out in Nashville, Franklin area. Yeah. And I love the fact that you're doing business and ministry.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
It's a lot,
It is a lot right
Yeah.
now,
but it's good.
but it's good.
good.
And so if you're an investor, invest in the Sheelys.
There you
Because
go.
I'm just going to tell you, like, I've gone out, worked with you.
Yeah.
We, I d-
Yeah, he spread a whole driveway of gravel at my current flip house.
we almost lost fingers moving whatever
Oh,
that
gosh.
30-foot table was.
Did you give that to your dad?
I tried to give it to my dad, who's off camera. I'll bring him on in a minute. But he was like, it's not good enough, or something like that. I don't know. You didn't say that. I forget. It's too long. It was like, it's like 28 feet.
It was the biggest, whatever it is, that I've
yeah.
ever seen, and
Yeah.
heavy, and we almost died.
It was from a, what was
it
those?
a table? What
It was
What's the game?
shuffleboard.
Oh, I love that
the-
game.
But this was like
Yeah, shuffleboard.
from here to the computer desk.
Oh, I love
Oh.
those.
I think it's about 28 feet long.
Yeah.
Those
Would
are
that fit in
heavy.
my den?
You're
Shuffleboard
telling me.
I would shuffleboard it up
desk.
in my den.
I was doing the lifting, and he was on the tractor, of course. But it was a good. We had a good balance and team effort.
Not really. We bent a fence.
We broke some
So
stuff.
so he got a flip house, and this was like in the, I don't know how they even got the thing in there, but it was in like the back of some den. They probably got in before they put that fence up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we removed it, and I took it because you were going to chuck it. And I was like, this is awesome because it's super. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Fun fact, when I was 12 years old, my grandmother took me to a bar and taught me how to play shuffleboard, and I've always loved it.
That's called Texas.
Yeah. Dallas, baby.
100%.
Makes sense.
I love it. Okay. Do you guys have any questions for these guys? And yeah, if you do, let us know. Where are you off to? You guys, you're heading back to Texas for Christmas.
Yeah, G's going with me. She's going to spend a little time with our family because they've kind of adopted her for a few days.
They
and then
have.
she's coming back here.
They like me more than they like her.
Which part of Texas?
You've done
We're headed
Christmas
to
with our
Texas.
family.
I have done
she's done
Christmas with your
Yeah, she gets
family,
tossed around, but her,
I do.
she does. Her dad and
Oh,
brother
here,
are
yeah.
coming to come do Christmas Day here.
Yeah.
They're going to Dollywood, but outside of Houston.
Last week.
So
Next
we
week.
grew
We'll
up there.
be up north of Amarillo.
Okay. Oh wow. I went to college at Texas Tech, so out in Lubbock.
That's where Summer was born.
Really?
In Lubbock. If she hadn't met me, she
That's
would have gone to Tech.
Texas. Oh, I love it
Aw,
there.
you do love it.
Stomping grounds. I do. I love it.
That's
I
awesome.
have some good friends there.
Guys, what's the Lord telling you about this new year, 2026? You got any plans? You got anything exciting?
got
You
your
run
serious
Apostello.
eyes. Yeah.
You work with Jess. I don't know how. I don't know how you've
Pray for
lasted as
me.
long as you have
Takes a lot of
with
grace.
Apostello.
4 years.
4 years.
She's worked with me
years.
for
That's
4 years
amazing.
now. Yeah.
Apostello.
Pray for me.
Grace.
And you got a couple of books.
I have 3 books. I'm working on the 4th. Thanks for mentioning.
Yeah, what are they? What are the 3? And where can people get them?
First one's Trials to Triumph. It's the story of how God healed me of PTSD. Tells a little bit about my background, missions. Second book is Bartimaeus Generation. It's a prophetic word about what God wants to do in this generation. It's kind of a plea to start discipling the next generation. Third book is When Women Support Women, and it's just about women getting over their cattiness and gossip and jealousy and actually working together to advance the kingdom.
That's a bold
And
statement.
They're all on Amazon. It's the truth.
Yeah.
That was
I'm
a
not.
lot
I'm
in
not
one
going to speak
sentence.
to that
You should.
because I want to have friends. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're all on Amazon though.
Can I actually let me speak to this?
Sure.
Is there a lot of cattiness in
Yeah.
women's ministry?
Oh, I have
Oh.
more competition in ministry from women than I've ever had from men. Like men are typically the ones opening the door going, of course, it's women who fight. It's
Talk about this.
It's a lack mentality. Like we feel like historically in the church, it's felt like it is a male dominated field in ministry for pastoring or pulpit ministry. And so it's cultivated this mindset in women that I've got to fight or beat someone out for a position in ministry. And so women will lie, they will gossip, they will talk about you right after they've smiled to your face. And it's funny, since I've written the book, I've had more and more women like email me their stories, and some of them are horrendous, like in
That's
the
bad.
name of Jesus. It's insane. But I think a lot of it comes from this orphan mentality that I feel called and there's no space for me, so I've got to tear you down so that I can have that space.
Only 18, even in ministry, I think that's even worse because only 18% of the pastors aren't women.
Yeah.
80 something they're men. So you feel like there's a limited amount of space that you can have access to. So you got to compete.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. So we just tried to face that head on.
Chris is gonna join me in this question.
Yes.
Scoot on over just a little bit.
Please.
Okay.
The men on one side of the table, the women on the other.
I learned something, and I want you to tell me if you think this is crazy. We got into a long discussion. I want to say maybe a year and a half ago.
Oh,
my
no.
gosh.
Oh, boy.
We fight
I know
over
where
this
you're
He's,
going.
conversation.
he's setting me
No,
up.
no,
I
no,
know
no.
where
He probably
you're
is.
going.
That's why
I
I'm
think
over
I know where
here.
you're going.
Where do you think I'm about to go?
We're friends.
Will's Willies. Is that not where you're
No,
going?
I don't even know what you're
okay,
talking
okay, good.
What did you say?
Nothing. Go ahead. Don't worry. If that's
not
not where
gonna
you're
repeat
going,
what
we
I
don't
think
need to
she
go
said.
there.
I don't know what you just said.
Are you talking about the conversation on your back porch?
Yes, about.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is it. I
Yes.
don't remember that part.
yeah.
Okay.
wanna know.
So I learned something.
Fun fact, I
bring me
shared
in.
this in
and
front of Bill
this
Johnson
is
last week.
disturbing. You did?
Yeah. His
This is
face was-
disturbing, and I didn't know this.
Okay.
But they brought me into a world, being a single
Can't believe you're saying.
I know.
female in ministry,
Right.
where they get.
They don't get DMs. and
DMs.
stuff. Oh my
We
gosh.
do.
Is this the direction you really want to go on your
I
Christmas
just,
show?
I just,
I just want you to rethink this direction.
I
right now.
didn't know.
Is there someone who gets to help make this decision?
I didn't know that this was a
Jess is
thing.
like, please stop.
Jess is like, please God, don't
Just
do
Keep it
it.
rolling. Let's
I
go
didn't know
there.
this was a thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it shocked me.
Yes.
Like you
went,
wrote a book
you
on.
went Big Brother. For
you
sure.
went. I've never.
In this
I've
conversation.
never heard this.
Yeah.
And you guys have to deal with stuff that most people don't even think of.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that all you want to say about that?
No, I want to do so much more, but it is
But
a
it's
Christmas
pro-
show,
yeah, there
and I'm
you
getting
go.
the
Good
cut it
choice,
sign.
good choice.
Yeah.
So we won't. But if you're watching this and you're a weirdo, like, don't be a weirdo.
Just
We
don't.
will find you.
Get
Don't
deliverance.
send
So
inappropriate DMs.
My whole
We'll
thing,
find you.
No,
my
we're-
whole thing was the conversation was like, I'm going to. I said, just send me everything you get,
Oh my gosh, you answer it.
and I will post it
Create a page.
and
He
create
was
a
like,
page.
I'm going to create an
And-
Instagram page, and we are going to shame these men
and
into
we're
better
going to publicly
behavior.
shame them.
Why wouldn't
Yeah.
we do that?
Right?
That's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Send it to me. Listen, I've got 3 daughters. That wouldn't be
Yeah.
happening.
Right?
Heck no.
So,
No,
you know,
public shaming works.
My responsibility in this is like, let's talk about how we handle this. And it is especially when you're young and you're beautiful and you're anointed, there are men that, you know.
Even the basics. Like, we have people coming up, taking pictures and posting and saying, like, this is my girlfriend. Or I'm like,
Do you have that happen?
It's weird.
I'm
multiple-
like,
People
I'm
are
not.
weird.
People
I
are
didn't
weird.
know
I
this.
don't even know you.
I'm so grateful.
Anyway.
I have never had to deal with this in ministry.
Yeah.
And I still think we should take a poll if we should do this. Public
don't-
shaming. And listen, we can just get all of them, all of the single women in ministry and all the weird things they get sent,
Yeah.
and let's just create a page.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
public
You would-
shame.
you would
Merry
go
Christmas. That'll be my gift.
Watches,
Awkward, doesn't it?
sneakers, and weirdos. you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
They
in.
got preachers and sneakers.
Yeah.
We could
Prophets and
do-
watches.
Nope.
No,
Okay.
no,
Don't go there.
Change it.
Guys, I love you guys.
I love you.
Thank
We
you
love
for
you.
coming.
Yeah.
You're going to take
Absolutely.
off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chris Sheely?
I'm good. Yes.
We love you
Great
guys.
Dude,
Love ya.
you're amazing. I love you. Say hi to
Yes.
Summer.
Will
Merry
do.
Christmas,
Merry
man.
Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
And yeah, we'll see you guys. Listen, I hope you guys are doing okay. Whoop. That's the second time that's happened. It's okay. We didn't think that through. How are you guys? We got more people. Do any of you guys need to leave like anytime soon? Joe, do you need to? Do you need to leave? How much time you got? You got a few minutes? I'm going to do this. This is that time where I'm going to bring on someone that you've never met before. I'm bringing on a couple people you've never met before. I'm insanely nervous about this next guest. Plural. Throw it in the chat if you think you know who I am. I've already given a little hint. Mom, Dad, Bella, come on. This is you're about to get introduced to my mother, my father, and my daughter. Some of you might have seen my daughter. Whoo. Okay, be cool, be cool, be cool. You already dropped an earring. Hello, Mom, Dad. Hey, this is my father. Murray, you can sit down. Grab the mic. I am nervous. How are you?
For good reason.
Yeah? Okay, so this is my father, Murray.
That's right.
This is my daughter, Bella. I think you guys have seen her on some stuff. No? Maybe? And this is my mother, Martha. How are you guys?
Good.
So good.
Yeah?
We're good.
Yeah, keep it right here. There we go. Like, just talk into it. Yeah. There you go. I've never had you guys on before.
No.
So I don't want to ask questions because you guys are going to make it weird. So I'm going to leave it to the chat to ask questions. Oh, no. What questions do you have for my family? You can write it down. And listen, here's what I'll do. If you got a good question, like the best question for my mom, my dad, and my daughter, I will send you something in the mail, some Iris merch, okay? If you're in America, we'll do that. Here we go. I'm not asking these, they are asking these. So we'll try to keep them pretty quick. God, I'm so scared. Can you make Will get a haircut?
No.
Okay, there you go. Thanks.
We've tried.
Gabe. What's your favorite thing about me? We'll go around the room. This is awkward. I don't want to ask this question, but
a lot of questions about you.
I can boot you off. I love you, baby.
I love you.
There's too many
Oh, yeah,
things.
just like this. Yeah.
What was the favorite thing about you?
There's too many things.
Give it to me in
You can-
inches. There's too many. There's a great deal I like about you, and I admire you, and you better stop me before I get into trouble.
Okay, I'm gonna get off that one. What is your favorite medium in art? Both of my parents are artists. You have a degree in master's in sculpture. You have a master's in painting. What's your favorite medium?
Well, I love sculpture. I also, that's a difficult one. I don't think I have a favorite.
Yeah?
Let's put it that way.
Okay. Who's your favorite artist?
Again,
Okay.
that's one of those favorite questions that
You're
I
not
don't.
making this easy. Go for it, Mom.
I was asked this question when I was interviewing for college, so I said the Impressionists, but everybody loves the Impressionists.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
What's your favorite medium to use?
Oh, so many. Acrylic is probably the majority. I like to mess around with my iPhone. So
Okay.
all of the above.
Like doing art on your iPhone. So
Yeah.
acrylics to iPhone, I like that.
Did murals.
What was your first thought when you found out that I got saved? And answer it any way you want.
Thank you, Lord.
Okay,
You
Mom?
weren't there.
Yeah, she
But,
wasn't there.
I felt like this huge spirit of rebellion went out of the house. It was like the air was clear.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like flabbergasted.
So you
I
just
was-
blamed it all on me.
unbelievable.
Okay.
No.
What did you guys think when I went onto the missions field at a young age? 17, Paraguay.
Once again, thank you, Lord.
Yeah, we were very grateful, thrilled.
M, do you want to hop in and sit on this one? Okay.
We didn't care about all the conventional routes that your life could take. We just wanted what God had for you. That's really true. I don't know why I wasn't more possessive about the whole thing.
Okay. How embarrassing is it to have me as your father?
Not. Gabe, was that from you?
Isaac.
No, Isaac.
Isaac Brown, I know. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, how embarrassing is it?
You know,
What's the worst part about having me as your father?
that's such a sad question.
No. There's difficulties,
What's
and you
the
tell me
worst
all the
part?
time. Josh tells me, you tell me. Like, what's the most difficult part about me being your father?
Oh no. I don't know. I guess I get people all the time that are like, "Your dad gave me a word like years ago," but like that to me is like special because I think like that's a testimony that you would want to hear. So I hear it and then I'll come and tell you. So I think I've had a lot of people be like, "Can your dad give me a word?" And that's like
That's
just
awful.
a little awkward,
Yeah.
but like it's all right.
Okay.
Understandable.
As you've been to like other people's houses,
Yes.
hung out with other people,
Right.
how is our house, our family, like different from like the other families?
Like Christian family or
Yeah,
like
just like what is something as you've gone out and seen other, like what's something that we just do totally different?
I don't know. I don't have a good.
Would you rather hang out at your friends' houses or our house?
I would rather. I don't know how to answer this. I feel like this could be a dangerous question.
No. There's
no,
no dangerous.
I love our house for different reasons. There's always people at our house, which is like my favorite thing. Is you never know who's gonna be at our house.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll walk in and some like legend to me is in our house, or like,
Yeah.
or like, which is always a gift. Or like Jess and Jew, you'll walk in and they'll just be hanging out, which I think is the best.
It is.
And other people's families are awesome and incredible, and you can learn a lot of things from each.
What is the most? Hold on, Dina. I'm going to ask this. What's the most embarrassing thing about me that you can publicly share? Not you. This is no. Do you have something good that you can publicly share? Embarrassing? Bella.
Thinking about.
Embarrassing to who?
Listen, I'll let you think about it. We can talk about it later. Okay, Mom and Dad, what was it like seeing me run around the world with Randy Clark and filming with Darren Wilson? What concerns did you have for me running around the world, I'm going to maybe interpret this, maybe like going around the world, going to dangerous places. Like, what was your concern for me in the background of maybe just the public? Maybe what they're saying is like public with Randy, public with the films with Darren. Is that, I think that's what we're asking.
I have an answer for that.
Okay.
I think the first of all, I was always delighted. But secondly, the concern was that this kind of notoriety would affect your behavior, your heart, in a way. You know, you could, too much pride, I don't know, you know what I'm talking about. And I have never seen that. I've seen a lot of chutzpah, you know.
What does that mean? Can you define that for people?
A lot of bravado, a lot of, but I always think of them as being for the Lord, and what you do works. So I have not worried about your head getting too big.
Aw.
I have not really, and I know that at some point you addressed that. I can't remember when, early on, and I thought, okay, but I've never seen that, and
that's great. Thank you, Dad. Mom?
Well, I guess the before had its difficult moments.
Yep.
So the after was just gravy. It was a thrill. It was fun, and I was completely, in awe of what God had done. So that was the prevailing sense that we had. Just and in a sense, we were spectators.
Yeah. I love you guys.
I thought of a story.
Back to the embarrassing
Go for it.
one.
You feel free.
This is something that happened in our house.
Are you going to give the one where I ran around with... how do I know this? How do I know? My hip still hurts. Go for it.
I don't remember the full context of it, but Dad had found a cactus in our house. And were you chasing Josiah?
I found a cactus.
You found a cactus.
And I was like holding it, and Josiah like flinched when I walked past him. And he shouldn't have done that.
And it like awakened something in him, and he was like, he's scared. So he started chasing him around the house.
With the cactus.
With this cactus.
Trying to jab the cactus into him. I wasn't going to. I'm just playing. Gabe gets it, okay? Every dad gets it.
But he slipped. He was running around he slipped as he's running. And you just hear this like thud on the floor. And we look, and he's just like on this side. And then, like, as the hours progress.
No, it was
it immediate?
It was very, very, very fast. It started off small, and then it became about half of the size of a basketball.
His hip was like Kardashian level. Like, it was out. It was like purple and like all color. It was like the rainbow bread that Heidi talks about with like the mold. And it literally was like this crazy color. And then you started draining. What happened? It was like some fluid made its way in there.
It was blood.
And then he had to like, did you drain it?
I went to the emergency room because it filled up. It literally was half the size of a basketball. And it filled up with blood, and I went to go drain it, and they like jabbed a big old needle in it, and they were like, it's Smucker's jelly by now. You can't get it out. So for like 4 weeks, I had this thing on my hip. And my hip still hurts to this day. Thank you, Bella. Mom and Dad, which of you am I more like? Am I more like, Bella, you can answer this. Am I more like Grandma or Grandpa?
I think you're a bit more like Grandma. Personality. But I also think you have features of Grandpa.
I agree. I should turn my phone off.
But I would say Grandma.
What's up? E-Man's watching. You say hi to E-Man.
Oh, E-Man.
Bella, what's something you admire about your parents that you would like to take on in your own life?
What I really admire about, I'll go with Mom first. What I love about my mom is her like heart towards people is just about the sweetest thing. She immediately wants to just like cover you and try to come in and she has a lot of wisdom. And feels funny to say now because me and my mom used to really not get along, but then I got saved and all the demons left. So it was really good. But mom's incredible, and she is just like the definition of a mother, which obviously she's my mom. But with Dad can just about solve any problem, and he's very, very, very creative. And I really admire that about you. And also, you will just take in like even as an example, which I don't even know if you would want me to share this,
Share
but
whatever you want.
I have a friend and she needed new things for her car, and Dad literally was just gonna move her car, and he just felt how terrible her brakes were in her car, and he just like covered her. And with that, there was like not even like, it was just like you saw a problem and you fixed it, and that like really ministered to her a lot. And I just think that that's the generosity is something that I want to carry throughout with my family and throughout like just my life. I love how generous you and Mom are.
Aw.
And there's like no hesitation in like in covering people. So
Thank you.
mhm.
Okay, last thing, and then we got to move on because I know we got a couple people that need to get out of here. So if you got one amazing question, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the guys behind the scene, who I'm going to introduce you to in a little bit, pick the best question. They're gonna email you, or they're gonna send you a message. Send them your info, and we'll get what, a hoodie? What do you guys want to send? We'll get a hoodie sent out to you if you're in America. Last question. Was there any history of missionary work in your family before? In your family. So what people are wanting to know is like, Emmeline's a missionary. Alex, my older sister, she's a missionary in Mississippi, working in Jackson, Mississippi. What was the family history of Christianity, of faith, and is there one?
There's kind of an odd one, and it's not blood. It's my grandmother married a fellow by the name of John Mott when she was 70, was 71, 72. And he was the son of the John Mott, who started the Young Men's, I think it was YMCA or Young Men's Christian Association. It's a worldwide evangelical.
Are you talking about the YMCA?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Young Men
Christian Association.
Yeah, association.
So he was a worldwide evangelical. He was a mover and a shaker.
Yeah.
You can look him up. He was a big deal. But the funny thing was, and his son was a lovely man, and he was acted as his father's secretary for years, personal secretary, and he was just a sweetheart. But he wasn't blood, and you understand?
Right.
That's odd about it.
So I think what you're saying is there isn't any like direct. You guys are first generation.
Right. Right.
So you both came out of what would you call the agnostic, atheistic?
No, cultural Episcopalians. My grandparents went to church. My father and mother sent us to church, but they didn't go, kind of thing.
Yeah. How about you?
We were dropped off at Sunday school. My
Come here,
parents went home and read the paper. I think they read
I love
the
that.
paper.
I love that. Yeah.
So
Look at you, made Bella laugh on that one. Yeah.
anyway, my vision for all my children and my prayer was, God, please let them be saved and go to church on a semi-regular
Yeah.
basis. That was all the vision I had.
Now it's just all we do.
Yeah.
And I've been preaching a lot at our church. So now I'm technically your pastor's son pastor in a lot of ways. No, I'm just kidding. Is it weird? Is it weird seeing me preach on a Sunday and sitting there in the congregation?
Not at all.
Really?
No.
It's weird seeing you guys there.
No, you're not. I don't know how to put it exactly, but you stopped being our son in a lot of ways long time ago. You.
The heck does that mean?
It means you took charge of your life. The Lord got a hold of you, and you've been flying ever since. So we don't take a lot of credit. Some obviously there must be some, but we don't know what that is exactly. We attribute you and your sisters to the Lord and
I
His
love that.
work.
I always say I taught you everything you know, and I pipe the words you speak on Sundays into your ear.
That's true.
So-
That's true. It's just all my mom. I'll let you end it. Anything you wanna share, Bella, before we bring our next guest on? To all the amazing people. We have over 100 people watching live right now.
I think you guys should all rally to get me on the green room with Dad.
With who?
For an episode, just one-on-one, father-daughter, green room. So just let us know if that's something you want.
Okay.
Humble plug.
Humble plug?
Prideful plug.
She's your descendant.
Yeah. I
would be
think one of the questions
scary.
was who's most like, so we asked who am I most like. They said, are you more like me or your mom? And
I feel like that's
I think the general
given.
consensus is me.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the looks.
But we haven't seen Josiah yet.
laughing at that?
He's coming up.
Oh gosh.
He's developing.
He's
Josiah
gonna.
looks like mom,
Yeah.
but it's coming through.
It is. It is. Well, listen. I love you guys. We got to keep moving.
Awesome.
Guys, the chat has spoken. They want you on, Bella. Okay.
Wow.
A father-daughter green room. Oh, we're gonna do it.
That sounds so scary now.
You just said it. You can't back. See, this is the trouble that you get me into. Okay. I love you. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. One of my favorite Christmas memories, I will say this. Much like Peter, my mom and dad both being artists, there were seasons where we didn't have like we were never lacking, but there were seasons being, you had your own, you work for yourself, right? You started a business. One of the things that you did that I've learned to do is, and I don't always do it, but I've tried to make something as a Christmas gift, not just buy something, to make something. So we built a climbing wall one year. We did silly little things, right? I made like Christmas trees out of pine cones from Reading when we were living in Reading. And we we unwrapped them last night and set them up.
Yeah.
So I try to make something. I learned that from you. But every Christmas, I would remember like coming down and having gifts that you guys made in some capacity. Maybe you would build it, you would paint it, or that's probably one of my favorite things.
I remember the knife throwing, the snowman.
Oh yeah.
That thing was lit, but we don't have it anymore.
So one year I went up and I cut like a massive log into these slices and I made a throwing.
It was like a snowman.
Yeah, I made it into a snowman. It was an axe throwing target. So
super fun.
yeah.
Tradition continues.
It does?
Yeah.
I wanna spoil
Christmas
your
is coming.
Ooh.
Oh God, I don't need knives being thrown in my house. We got enough dangerous stuff.
Oh no.
I love you guys. Thank you for coming on. And man, we're gonna keep it rolling. I hope you guys are doing okay. Is this too long? We got a little bit. I'm gonna try to keep this fast, but before I do, is there anybody that needs to bounce out of here quickly? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get Joanne on, and then I'm gonna not end it, but we'll get the rest of the Iris team on, and we'll end this with an Iris time, okay? So, definitely not last, we have, everybody give it up for the incredible, spectacular Joanne Moody. How are you?
See you. Merry Christmas. Good. It's good.
How are you?
I'm good. I just flew in from Dallas.
Yeah? You did? Do you want, listen, I know Jess and Jew,
Hey, bye.
they're
Merry
still
Christmas.
here. Oh, no, they're leaving. They could hop on up.
Oh, are you guys? Do
But-
we have to leave right now?
It's
We
fine.
have to do a commercial.
Get rid of them.
Say. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on back on. We have how long?
20 minutes
Yeah.
before they have to go to the airport.
Yeah. Joanne, how are you?
I'm well. How are you? Look at all I want for Christmas is what?
Revival. Or as Randy would say, revival. Yeah.
With Randy's mullet. That's
Yeah,
the best.
you like that?
I love
Old
it.
school Randy.
I bet you that's one of a kind shirt.
It is. It's a one-off.
I think
I think there might be one other. The reason I'm bringing all of them together is you have 3 generations here.
Yeah.
We did our podcast. And we did the podcast
did.
together with everybody. I thought you guys would be long gone. I'm impressed.
We were
ready
Bella
for
rode
your
with
daughter.
us.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Well, you guys can take off whenever you want.
Okay. You're
But Joanne,
Will.
you have been such an integral part of my life, my
Thank
wife's
you.
life,
Thanks, my
our
friend.
family,
I love you guys.
these guys' lives.
Yeah.
Yep. It's good to have a grandma around.
That's not how we look at
Hey.
you. Stop.
Look at you. I only
that.
said it before Jew could.
Jew always
Just
calls her
trying
grandma,
to
and she normally
jump
doesn't love
ahead of
it.
Jew.
She doesn't love it, but I love her so much.
You're amazing. Listen, you just from the time I moved out here and Moosey and I and the kids lived in your house.
Yes.
That whole story's miraculous.
That is a miraculous story.
And you can go back and watch it on the other agreements.
Yeah.
We talked about it. But you had a vision to document the miraculous with excellence. And what was it, 2 months ago, 3 months ago? We went to the premiere.
Yeah.
Can you talk about this?
Yeah, so with my friend Kimberly Clark, we were sitting in an airport and just had this discussion because she'd been a Christian all of her life, and she'd never ever seen healings or miracles or anything. And somebody invited her to a random meeting I was doing in Newark, New Jersey. And she's from Greenwich, Connecticut. And she was like, I'm not driving to Newark on a Friday night, blah, blah. So anyway, she ends up driving down there, and she gets whacked by God in the best way. Her back gets healed of this 27-year back injury. She has this whole encounter with God in this little meeting in Newark. And then she started asking me all these questions, like, how come I didn't know? How come, how come nobody teaches this?
Right.
How come, is this what's going on? So we went through some answers of biblically what that looks like. And then one day we were sitting in an airport, and she just said, somebody ought to do something about this. Somebody ought to make a film about this or something. And I said, people have made films about this, but it's polarizing because you look kind of weird because trying to capture what God is doing on camera is not an easy thing. And not that Darren Wilson did some great films and stuff, but again, polarizing. That's for this vein of the charismatic stream or the Pentecostal stream or whatever, but it's not for mainstream evangelicals. So after we had a discussion about that, she's pretty much a dog on a bone when she goes after something. So for the next couple of years, she just kept pressing forward. Meanwhile, I'm running around like a crazy person doing ministry and checking in and out and trying to help, but really didn't do a whole lot in that first couple of years. But then finally, we were able to put something together where we took Global Medical Research Institute, which is a science, amazing neuroscientist, Josh Brown, his wife, Candy Brown, who is a Harvard theologian, and they set up this entire scientific evidential account of different people that they investigate. So they get all their medical records and they take it to experts and they research, is this actually a verifiable a medical miracle, or is this a supernatural miracle? What is the deal? So with that, we were able to put together something that nobody had done, and we're very grateful to God to put together science, medicine, and the supernatural in one series.
And worship.
And worship. We have the most killer soundtrack because of Josh Brown. Because of Joshua Silverberg.
Yeah.
And so it's just the whole thing. And
I've had Josh Silverberg on this.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
So 6 years we've been slogging it out with this thing, but it's called Miracle.
You all know we've been hearing about this project for a long time.
They're sick of it.
No. Like
for a couple of years, a few years.
And all of us have projects. Like Jess has written books. She's like, I'm writing this book, and then you read it, and you're like, I'm totally joking. Jess. I'm totally joking. I'm joking.
You came back on.
I'm totally joking.
No comment.
But so we've heard about it.
Yeah.
But going to the premiere and seeing it, I was like, okay, let's wait. I was like a little.
It's really fun when your cynical friends come, your sarcastic friends, because then you're like, are they going to like it? Are they not going to like it?
No, that's what I was going to say. The thing is, we're used to kind of like
cheese
dinky media,
Yeah.
and I think going to the premiere was this like, oh, like this is legit. Like you actually
been to
did this
premieres.
well. Exactly. Yeah.
And they're like
that's
some
good to know.
church lobby, like
Right.
And it's like
Right.
Like they're great, and I'm not knocking it, but what you guys did was out of this world.
Phenomenal.
Like you
wept.
hired good people.
Yeah.
Like you did a good job. Like it was done with excellence.
And then everyone was standing up, clapping, like tears in their
it
eyes.
was.
I wept with that first testimony, the guy that got baptized and got healed. Like I it blew my mind.
I was blind and now I see.
I'm super grateful. And Ben Casca is our filmmaker, and he knows good people.
Former guitarist of Skillet. Sorry,
former
just
guitarist,
throwing that in there.
of Skillet. But we had really, really good people, and they worked their tails off.
Yeah.
And I think to be able to tell somebody's testimony with integrity, without cheesy filmmaking, with cinematic excellence and big cinema, and then to have the music that goes with it, and it was, I mean, everybody worked super hard, and I'm really grateful. It's like number 7 on Angel Network where you can stream it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Who was the girl? Sorry.
Yeah.
Who was the girl who sang? Kind of younger.
Tarian.
I mean,
She was
went
phenomenal.
through that. What was the
Unbelievable.
name
The
of
first
that song? Testimony.
It's called Testimony.
I've got a breathing,
like
leading
that's-
testimony. Oh, so
That
good.
It was amazing.
You could feel
Her
the anointing
voice.
in the room when she sang. That, I mean, that
Unbelievable.
was
and it's on her new album and is doing
that was
spectacularly.
How can people listen to it? What's her name?
Tarian, Terrain, and it's her new album, and the song's called Testimony.
Yeah.
And I think she's at 500,000 streams of that song just since
It's
since the premiere.
It was an.
Somebody wants to know how you got Bear Grylls involved.
Yeah, that's a story. So, yeah.
And can you guys throw up a link of the Angel Studios, like maybe, or like a premiere, not a premiere, but like the
link
trailer,
to the-
like a link on a trailer or something like
that'd
that,
be cool.
so they can see it?
Yeah, and they run all kinds of specials. So if you wanna stream it, I think now it's like $10 a month or something like that. Anyway, we. I can't really talk about all the people that were in the mix for.
The people want to know. It's not me.
All right, so we had a bunch of people in the mix. The thing is, we were out in LA. We were filming something else. We were not filming Miracle. We were filming this other show that we were going to do. But then never mind. I'm just not going to say it. Okay.
You
I'm gonna
hired
say it.
him.
Okay, listen.
You guys
so
got him.
we were out in LA and we were filming this other thing about the LA fires, and then and it was this incredible project. But then they wouldn't issue building permits for people, and so then that just clogged our whole nightmare of a thing. So we didn't do it. But while we were out there, we met some people because we thought Mark Wahlberg was going to do it.
That would have been awesome.
Well, it was almost
Yeah.
there, and then at the end when we were in LA, it just got to be longer and longer and longer of waiting, and we were on a time crunch and whatever.
Yeah.
And so we kind of went through different people, and you kind of look at the overall, what is the reason to have a host anyway? And so some of us said, we don't need a host, and others in our business partnership were like, no, we need a host. But I think Bear Grylls' name came up, and at first we were like, that doesn't match at all. But then, but it was Ben Casca. It was his idea, and he just kept saying, I think Bear like fits, and we're like, no, we don't think so. I mean, but you have to realize we had a huge bunch of people in the mix, and then we all changed our minds one day. We were sitting there talking about how we never wanted Miracle to be pigeonholed as a woman's show, because if at first glance, in a Christian realm, women. I'm not saying men aren't. I'm just saying women are a lot more interested in going after and finding out about some weird supernatural thing. Like you're a phenomenon because you watch UFO shows and all kinds of stuff like that. So you're one of our you do
all the time.
But you watch other things that are interesting like that. But a lot of guys wouldn't, like there's a lady that's dead on a table and she's rising from the dead. A lot of guys wouldn't go, I'm going to click on that.
Right.
But if there's like a volcano blowing up and it's annihilating a town, they're going to go, I'm totally watching that.
Yeah.
And so compared to some of the other shows like Homestead, which is also Ben's show, on that's big cinema, big explosions, big war, blah, blah. So guys.
Hold on. Homestead?
Is Ben's. Yeah,
Ben
Ben Casca.
What?
Yes. Isn't that
You
amazing?
know that?
So
No.
anyway, if anybody's not watched Homestead, please watch that. That's number one.
Hold
That's
on.
Ben's, yeah.
What do you,
He's got a business partner in it, the guy that wrote the books, Jason.
I didn't know
Jason
that.
Orvis. So Jason Orvis wrote a series of books about the annihilation of the world.
Yeah.
And so Jason and Ben did this whole show, which was originally a series on Angel, and then they made a motion picture.
Then they made a movie, yeah.
And then the motion picture leads you back to the series. Very brilliant.
That's how I watched both of them.
Yeah, it's but it's brilliant. So in an explosive,
You worked?
yeah,
Skillet! Yeah.
so in the big explosion world, men are like click all day
Yeah.
long, but
I think
on
that's
the
why I
miracle
clicked
world,
on it.
men are like, I don't know, maybe my wife will like that, but put Bear Grylls in the mix, and people are like Bear
Yeah.
Grylls, click, I'm watching that.
Yeah.
So that was the reason in the end, and it has worked. I mean, he was perfect. Our team had to fly out to Wales to film him.
I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. He anchors it, and it's sincerity. And I don't know if he believes in the miraculous, but he's a believer. And I think it added a lot in the end.
I think it did.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
You're very prophetic. Would you agree? Would you agree?
I could tell stories for days.
I could tell stories for days too. What do you feel like the Lord's telling you about 2026? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
I love it. It's a great question.
That is a good question. I
You don't have to answer if you don't.
No, I'm
yeah.
happy to answer. I mean, I'm just one person's opinion. One little.
I love that.
One little person in God's grand.
One little prophetic person.
Scheme of things.
So prophetic.
I actually think it's a time of alignment, but I don't think the alignment is going to be easy for a lot of people. I think that there's a shaking coming to people who. It's relationally, it's jobs, ministry, position. I think that the Lord is aligning people for a great invitation to unify for a harvest, for the great harvest. We all travel like maniacs and watch different pockets of the world where there is somewhat of a revival. I wouldn't call it a revival because nothing's been sustained. I think Brazil, pockets of Brazil are in revival for sure, and I think you guys would say that. But overall, the lack of willingness to partner together in the body of Christ, largely worldwide, I think God is shaking things up and aligning people so that they will focus on unity for the harvest. And I think that just doing ministry for ministry's sake, I think people should re-examine what they're doing. I mean, it's about the gospel. It's about getting the gospel out there. It's about serving the least of these. It's about that, and it's about educating people on what religion is and what identity is in Christ and what moving with the Holy Spirit looks like without being a weirdo. I think that we're entering a really different kind of time. I just came back from a communist country where the power of God is just unbelievable, and people are starving to death, and we ended up feeding the poor and doing what we do there. But it was I think just the desperateness of the heart of people in a situation like that where there's no food, they can't leave, they're stuck, and you look at how God shows up among those people. And I think we've just got so much privilege in this country. I love this country. I feel grateful to live in Franklin and live in this area. But I also know that it breeds an apathetic position, and it also breeds a position that we in the charismatic vein or whatever have it all figured out, while these people don't and these people don't.
Yeah.
And I really think that for 2026, I think there's going to be some people unifying that you didn't expect if they're listening. And I also see the marketplace just being explosive for miracles. More and more and more business people, and you are too, invited into these arenas. And I'm going,
it's crazy.
I know I am a business person, but this is weird to me that the door's like, and favor everywhere. You and I are doing something in Nashville. I know you don't know that yet. We're doing a business thing.
I got a phone call about that.
Yeah, we did. We have to do a commercial for that later, but we are doing that together. Now, we are not the most likely people to be doing a business conference in Nashville, but I do more and more and more of them everywhere.
I'm too.
Yeah, but it's a time. It's again, I believe we're going to see even more of that in 2026.
I had Chris Baumgartner on here. He was the first one that came on 2 hours ago, and I think what's taking place in his life is a beautiful example of this. Like, hundreds have been touched.
Yeah,
it's multiplied. Through one encounter.
Yeah,
and he's in business.
Yeah,
he's not in ministry.
Exactly,
and he's not looking to be in ministry.
Right.
It's just this organic God's moving, and at the end of the day, people know the real. People know when they're getting sold something. I think people are tired of being sold a used car, right? They want the real. They want to see it in people's lives.
But it's beautiful when they just stumble in a meeting. Somebody that Jess and I both know ended up at a meeting that I did, I don't know, 8 months ago or something. And I was leaving, and it was late, and I was like, I'm tired. And I was going out, and he was in his car, and he rolls down the window, he's like, man, I don't want to bug you. I know you're so tired, but and I was like, give me your hand. And then I got to pray for this person. But watching the trajectory of what he has done after he got those words from the Lord, and he pressed into that to watch what this business person has done, I'm in shock.
Yeah.
It's like the most radical obedience I think I've ever seen instantaneously.
Come
It was
on.
like, I came, I don't know about this like big charismatic world, but I came because I was curious, and then I stood in lines and I couldn't get up to the front and I couldn't talk to this person and whatever, and then in the parking lot sat there, waited, came out, gets a word, goes and does every single thing the Lord had said, and now is affecting lives in all these different arenas. And I'm like,
successful business guy, and literally was just like, oh, if that's what God said, okay. And like 2 weeks later.
God, I love it.
I mean,
simplicity.
Simplicity, and he's not in ministry.
I think I've had to. This is something that I've struggled in this, and I don't know where I stand. But I feel
we might tell you.
I feel like I'm having to give up some of my charismatic culture, which I love. Some of the excessiveness of the culture, some of the over the top.
Extreme.
So the way I look at it is culture. I'll simplify it. You go to a Roman Catholic church. There's a culture there.
Yeah.
The faith.
Yeah.
There's a faith and a culture, right? You go to Word of Faith church. There is a culture embedded with the faith. You go to a Reformed church.
Yeah.
There's a culture, right? The culture's ties and and in charismatic Pentecostals, there's a culture.
Yeah.
Like there is a culture, and I think what I've seen is how all of the extremities of our culture works great in our culture, but when it goes out, I see those being more as blockers than leading to open doors. And I think, and I've watched some people, they try to bring the culture in, and this is just me. I'm worrying less about the culture and maintaining, because a lot of times we put like revival is that culture, right? Like that culture equates to a move, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
There's God moves, and he moves
the
everywhere.
way he wants to move.
And so I listen. Don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not saying I want to change everything, and I don't appreciate that. What I'm saying is I'm learning to let go of my culture to really adapt to the culture. And I think that's
But that's how the Lord puts people and infiltrates different spheres of society. Like we'll shake on the ground and roll around with the best of them, and I'm not going to deny that the Lord moves that way, but I'm also not going to go have a government meeting and act like that.
Right.
Like I'm not going to sit with someone who is a CEO of a Fortune 500 company and start shaking, rattling, and rolling, or shakarabab. Like I think
sometimes it happens.
Sometimes it happens,
does
and I'm
sometimes
okay
happen.
with that.
And that's the thing is like I don't have
you're
to
not trying to make it happen.
Exactly.
No.
Like and I want to meet them where they are in order to give them what God is wanting to do in that moment. You know?
Yeah.
So I think that's good.
Listen,
That's awesome.
Guys,
We've
been doing this 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours.
And
Fun.
what I want to do really quick is I want to give away a couple of things. Number one, if you have not done our online missions training, I want you to, and you would like to do it, and you promise if I give you this, you'll do it. I want you to very quickly say, I want it, or like, I want to sign up. And I'm going to give away 5, because we haven't been given, I've been wanting to do giveaways, but we've just been saying, I'm going to give away 5 free accesses to our online missions training. And it's, you got, actually, most of you guys have spoken, I think, on it.
Look at that.
And I'm going to give away 5. And so here's what I want you to do. I want you to put down, like, I want it, and then I'm going to let these 3 pick. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to get it in if that's something you want. I'm going to let these guys pick the names. Actually, I'm going to let Joanne do it.
Yeah, you let Joanne do
Yes,
it.
she'll
Okay.
know the exact person that
You do it. You do it. So just you'll see the names really quick.
People like Skillet.
Yeah, and you guys need to go.
Okay.
Hey, I love you guys.
Jess,
Merry
am I going to
Christmas.
see you before Christmas? No. So I'll see
See you when you
you.
get back.
I'll see you
Hey,
after
that,
Christmas. I'll see
Whoever
you.
that is, I love you guys. Bye. LR Las Vegas 642. You
We need
know who
4
you
more.
are. Gosh, I feel like I know some of you. I'm going to not pick you if I know you. Steven Costello, going to pick you.
That's 2. We need 3 more.
Micah Molman, you are up, and 2 more I get.
Yep.
Let's see. Matt Just Catch.
Ooh. What's up, Matt? There you go, buddy. Merry
Matt,
Christmas.
you got it. And the last one is going to be Kez 771.
Look at that,
Congrats,
Joe.
guys.
Listen, you just got a gift from Joe from Iris.
Yay.
And guys, the reality is, I think it's like $50, $60 for
How fun.
for 6 to 8 weeks. I forget.
Great training.
6 weeks, and it's 3 classes during the week. It's been
Awesome.
amazing. In fact,
Love
right here in this room, we did a gathering for all of the people that did online training.
Wow.
And you were only allowed to come if you were online training or you were one of our alumni. And we had people drive in we had people fly in that watched the green room, that did the online training, and we got to hang out for 5 days right here in this room.
Fun
It was
is
amazing.
that?
Joe, I love your guts. We need you to just do another green room, just you
That
and me.
would be good.
Keep these weirdos away. They like to take up extra time.
We love them.
I do.
We're not having the holidays together for the first time.
I don't like that. We were
I
supposed to
know.
have dinner.
We were, but then I had to fly to Dallas yesterday, and I had to get up at 2 a.m.
Normally it's me that's
I know.
canceling.
I feel bad that I canceled.
Don't
but,
feel bad at all. Can I just tell you something?
Were you relieved? You were relieved. I could tell.
This is the busiest
It's so crazy.
season.
Right
Even
now.
the fact that I'm doing this, like I know how hard it is for people to come and do something like this. Like
This is fun though.
this is busy. I love you.
I love you too. I had to fly in last night. I flew out yesterday morning and flew in last night because I had to go meet somebody, talk about business stuff in Dallas. So
I have my mom and dad on here.
I loved that. I watched.
Are they they're sitting
yeah,
there.
they're there. It was beautiful.
You are such a part of my wife, my children,
We're
our
family.
life. I love you
guys.
I love you.
I love you.
And Mike. And I'm just so grateful that I get to have you in my life.
Me too.
You've always been an encouragement to me and my wife. You've always been an encouragement to my children. And even you go out and get coffee and burgers with my kids. It's,
I love your kids. They're not kids anymore, hardly, except
they
the
are.
little one
They
who
are
was a
kids.
kid.
They're still little
No,
kids.
they're young adults growing up.
But I love you, Joe,
I
and
love
I'm
you,
so
Will.
grateful that you would come out here.
Thanks for
like
having me today.
legitimately.
This is a totally cool setup. I didn't even know this building existed. This is fantastic.
This is the youth room at Paytonsville. Yeah.
Wonderful.
And our offices are just right over there.
I love, and the offices are just amazing.
Yeah, it's
Whoever
great.
did that
God's
for
so
you.
good to us.
Yeah, and I love all the good news.
Come on. We'll talk about
We'll
that
talk
another
about
time.
that on our next green room.
On our next green room.
On our
Listen,
next
Joe,
green
I
room.
love you.
Thanks for having me,
guys,
Will.
can you just thank
Super
Joe
fun.
for coming on and
Hey, thanks everybody. We love the green room.
go to Angel Studios, watch the Miracle series. It's incredible. It's
Yep.
phenomenal.
And don't, when the credits start to roll, stay and to listen to the song that goes with that because the songs are phenomenal. Joshua Silverberg is such an incredible producer and musician and songwriter.
He's Grammy, Emmy.
Yeah,
What is it? What is it? Grammy.
He has been Grammy nominated and he's many Dove Awards.
Yeah.
I believe that this is like Josh's time, and now he's in film as well with us.
Yeah.
He was had an executive producer role on 2 of those episodes. So
That's incredible.
Yeah,
People are
he's
just
doing
lighting up the
great.
chat,
Yeah.
saying thank you.
I hope it blesses you guys during the holidays. Watch it with somebody who doesn't know Jesus because it's science, it's medicine,
Yeah.
and then it's the gospel.
Guys,
so
stick it on the
yeah.
TV while your family is sitting
yeah,
around the
listen,
table.
I was just in Orlando a couple days ago. I've just been like crazy traveling. I went from Cuba to Orlando,
Yeah.
and I was with my family, my siblings, and my brother says to me, he's not saved. He says to me 3 times. My brother's fabulous human. He says, "Hey, before we all dig out of here, we're only together for 3 days." He goes, "Can we watch your episode of that Miracle series?" I go, "Sure, whatever." But everybody's busy. Like my family's game playing maniacs out on the golf course doing whatever. But he had to go to the airport, and we were going to drop him off to catch this shuttle. And we literally had 60 minutes before he had to leave. And he looks at my sister, and he looks at me, and he goes, we're going to sit down on this couch, and we're going to watch this Miracle show of Joe's. We're going to watch it all together. And my sister hadn't seen it either. So he puts it on. And the 2 of them are just sitting there crying. And I'm like, this is wild.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the Lord. But now, he goes, now you got to ride with me to get this shuttle so I can ask you questions.
Come on.
And the whole time he's going, well, what about this? And what about
Yeah.
that? And now he's actually hiking in Patagonia.
Yeah.
My brother's kind of a maniac.
Yeah.
And so he's
Is
texting
he
me.
the
He's the pilot.
Yeah, yeah.
So he texts me from Patagonia yesterday, and he says, listen, I need you to pray about this, and I need to talk to you some more about this stuff. So listen, it's like,
It's powerful.
It's very powerful. He can't figure it out. I mean,
Yeah.
and he knows me.
Yeah.
He knows that my whole story is a miracle, but now he wants to watch the rest of the series. So
It's if you
good.
watch just the first episode alone and don't want to keep watching them,
Yeah.
your heart's dead. Your soul is dead. It's they're They're not cheesy. The worship
No,
is
not at
amazing.
all.
The storytelling is amazing. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you
I'm
too.
gonna come
Merry
over there
Christmas.
and get a hug,
Okay.
and these guys can watch it all go
Okay,
down.
great.
But
Fantastic.
I don't care.
Thanks,
that I'm gonna
everybody.
put the microphone
Thanks
down.
for having me.
Yeah.
I love you.
What's your website?
AgapeFreedomFighters.org.
Where are you gonna be next? So
I have no idea. California.
California, January.
Yeah, Bay Area, and then I'm actually doing a thing at Jesus Culture.
No way. Banning. Give him
Banning.
tell-
Becky
Oh,
Johnson.
Come
She's
on.
a senior pastor now.
Is she?
So she is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the apostolic leader. Yeah.
I love that.
Things
Okay.
are shifting.
I'm gonna give you a hug.
All right, love you.
Yeah, we can. We can do it. When? We'll figure it out. Today? You want to do that today? I don't know if we can do it today. I don't think so. Yeah. Let's just do it. We'll do it over the holidays. We will. Okay. I love ya. Okay, guys. If you've made it this far, you're incredible. We got 107. We have more watching now than we had when we started this. So here's what I want to do. We got about 25 minutes left until we need to really, try to taper this down. So all of you guys have spent the last 2 hours meeting some of my friends, some people that live close by, some of the people that can make it. There's so many more. This is a crazy busy season right now. But one of my main goals in doing this was to introduce you to the lifeblood of this ministry. Many of you guys know Heidi, you know Rollin, but behind the scenes, like Hank and Antoinette, like my sister Emmeline, there are people behind the scenes that are giving their lives to serve the advancing of the gospel globally through Iris Global Ministries. And I know that you guys love it when I have missionaries on, but I really wanted to take a moment and highlight some of the very, very, very special people that I work with on a daily basis that deserve recognition for what they do behind the scenes. And what I'm going to ask is I want to introduce all of you to the media team at Iris Global. And I'm going to ask them to step aside. I know Matt, can you, or do you have to stay there, Matt? Okay. Matt, can you just wave so people can see your face, or no? Are you okay with that? Just for a second. Matt, I've been running with Matt for how many? 16 years, Matt? 15 or 16 years from Global Awakening. You guys can come say something quick, and then we'll bring up the rest of the team so you can get back on the live stream. Matt is one of the team members that puts this all together. You've done Green Room with me from when it started Global Awakening.
I was around for that one.
Okay.
I didn't do that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been around for it, and then we've done, I think, almost 110 episodes now.
That's incredible.
This one.
Do you have a favorite? Did you edit them? You do most of the editing.
Yeah, I've edited almost all of them.
Okay. Is there one that sticks out to you?
That's a tough question. Heidi episode was fun.
Yeah.
A little chaotic, but fun.
What people don't know is that we spent like an hour, almost 45 minutes before we started filming, just on our faces praying.
Mm-hmm. She wanted you to take it seriously. She said this is a serious thing.
I don't know if I should say this. She wasn't. She's like, "What are we doing?" I said, "We're just gonna have a good time." She was like, "No, we're gonna pray," and it was great.
Yeah, that one was fun. A lot of it because of the behind the scenes part.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've all been fun. I really liked. I'm trying to remember his name now. Does like skateboarding and stuff like that.
Oh, from YWAM.
Yes.
Earrings. Help me. I can't believe I'm forgetting this. It's not Richie. Oh, gosh. I'm going to butcher this. Please forgive me, dude. Frenchie. I was so close.
Romero, yeah.
Frenchie. Frenchie was amazing.
I really liked his.
Yeah.
That was one of the most fun episodes, I think, in recent memory at least.
Yeah.
It's been over 5 years now, 6 years almost, I think, that we've been restarting this. So it's been a long time to remember all of them. But, those are some that, like, stick out.
Guys, all of you who have enjoyed this podcast, I want you to give Matt some gratitude. He got married recently.
Yeah, like a year and a half ago.
Is it that long?
Almost 2 years. May of next year will be 2 years.
Dude, time flies. But I want you to send some love out to Matt. Matt he's one of these guys behind the scenes that does his job so well, cares about all the little details where I'm like, let's just run and gun. Like, and hey, James. James works with Matt. They all work together. They're all part of the media team. But Matt and James really are the ones behind the scenes that get this whole thing done. There's other teams, and I'm going to introduce you.
Matt does like 95% of this whole thing now.
Yeah?
I do very little. He pretty much runs
He helps
the
me
whole
with my
thing.
problems.
Yeah.
I'm the
I run into a
troubleshooter.
wall.
Yeah.
But Matt heads up this whole thing now. So
Here, listen. Let me just read. Dude, thanks, Matt. Love meeting you guys. Thank you for doing this. Thank you, Matt. There's a lot of Matt. Congratulations on your marriage. We appreciate you.
Matt is the best. So.
All of this would not happen without these next few people that I'm introducing you to. And, they make me look good. They make me sound good. They really make all of this happen. And I couldn't do it without you guys. Jeff, come on up here.
Jeff did run away.
So, Jeff and Jess, if you can come on up as well. So this is a chunk of our media team. We also have some other team that isn't based locally in Franklin that helps with media. That would be Simon. Marissa helps sometimes with some stuff. But Matt, Jeff, James, and Jess consist of a chunk of our media team. Am I missing anybody? We also have media team. Yeah, Simon in Mozambique, and we have different people that send media, that do a lot of media in other nations, and when we work with our missionaries around the world. Guys, none of this would happen if it wasn't for you. Jeff.
Well,
how long have I known you?
It must have been early 2000s, 2003, 2002, somewhere in there.
So all these people are my friends, but I will say this. Jeff has been one of my best friends, and not that I want to rank it, but like I have been running with you for a long time. I met you at your father's church in Minnesota, and Jeff is one of those kind of does everything guys. So we really connected after you were the one. I'm going to say, like, you were the one that brought me back into Global Awakening.
Right.
You recommended Randy bring me back on.
You were the only one that could do impartation like him, and we needed an impartation guy. I was like, well, Will's the only one. We got to call him.
So a lot of you guys have heard my story of like leaving, like moving out of North Carolina, going back into Global Awakening. That really was this man right here.
Yeah.
Jeff is a man of many, many, many talents. He runs a whole chaplaincy program. You do like NASCAR circuit chaplaincy, still a little bit on and off, kind of. You and your son and like I don't know another 15 kids every time I go over there. You have become prolific cat breeders.
No, she's at the place getting fixed right now.
Okay, but you've been a prolific cat breeder.
We inherited a cat that keeps having cats
because you and your son and all their friends. You have a garage.
Yeah, we have a shop. Yeah.
And what do you do?
We restore old cars, old BMWs, build drift cars.
Mm-hmm.
And we all just kind of hang out and spend too much money on cars.
Yeah.
You know, but it's community. It's great.
And Jeff helps everyone with their cars.
Yeah, we fix a lot of cars.
So when my daughter said like I
mechanic.
I just bought the brakes.
Yeah,
and
when
rotors,
she was saying that, I was
then
like, I think that's who was at my house.
Yeah,
yesterday.
and then I was like, go see
Yeah.
Jeff and Jay, and they went out there. You guys actually did it. I just
Jay
paid for
did it all.
parts.
I didn't do it.
And he took the credit. But.
I didn't take any credit. Listen, I hope I didn't.
We're fixing the story now. So.
Thank you. This is what you guys do. You just fix all the things that I screw up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been running with Jeff and his wife. I got to do your daughter's wedding.
Yep. Last month. It was great.
Olivia. Oh, dude, there isn't a day I have woken up since that wedding where I haven't like cringed because I called your new
for you
son-in-law
at the beginning of that
by the wrong name.
Yeah.
And
twice.
So this is an issue that I have. I'm just going to bare my soul, okay? This is an issue that I have a problem. I can remember weird facts. I can remember strange things, but I have a hard time with names. And so like when I do weddings, I make sure that I write down names. I was giving a message on their names. I had spent a week studying their names, and I still called your son-in-law the wrong name.
Yes.
During the wedding.
Yes.
Actually, multiple wrong names.
Yeah. Yep, that happened.
So for the last,
you got through it though. But the first 5 minutes, I was like, "Oh man, Will, you
the
have
last
to settle
month,
in here."
I
buddy."
have. I was very nervous to do your daughter's wedding. I was probably the most nervous I've ever done. As most nervous I've been doing a wedding.
You're very
It worked out great.
But it
She's
worked
married.
out.
Yeah,
It worked out. They're married.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jess and James,
Yes.
you guys have been missionaries on the field, Mozambique, for years. How many years?
Just shy of 5 years.
And I met you guys my first trip to Tasmania, and that's a long story. We don't need to go into all of it, but you did one of my first family photos. That was like
saw
good.
it at a mug.
That was good. Yeah, I have it. I printed it out on a mug, and then you guys ended up going to Harvest School, Pemba, living out there, becoming missionaries, doing media. You guys have done how many short documentaries?
I think we've done. Is it 6? I think we've done 6. Yeah.
So Nefento, this is Iris Nepal, this is Iris
Fortaleza.
Alice Springs.
Yeah.
Springs, Judd,
Greenville.
Greenville, Judd and Gramasho, and then we've got one will be coming out soon of Cambodia as well.
Come on, look at you
finish
dropping.
editing it.
What I like so respect about you guys is just the excellence. You guys are skilled in your craft, like highly skilled. James helped design. Both of you guys, you built our new website. Like you guys do so much, but you were trained as a fashion photographer, right?
Yeah, I started off more in photography, and I was a graphic designer.
Okay.
But then got into a little bit of fashion photography, and then got saved and kind of veered a different way.
Yeah.
So, and then went into more weddings, and then we went to the mission field. Didn't want to do anything with media at all,
Yeah.
and then our hearts got changed. But yeah.
Can I share about what happened on your first outreach in Mozambique?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can share.
One of my favorite stories is these guys, they go to Mozambique to go to school, study in our mission school, and then you go on outreach. Your first outreach, both of you, was it both of you?
Yeah, both of us.
Go into a hut. There was a child that had been dead. He was 9 years old.
He was 5 years old.
5 years old. Maybe dead 9 hours. I don't know. He was dead. You have this all on video. You have the
yeah,
follow-up.
we've got a bunch on film, and then we went back to that village twice. But yeah, he'd been like with us earlier that morning, like chasing after the trucks as we went out to a baptism, and then passed away soon after that. And by the time we were at the house, he'd been dead for about 3 or 4 hours.
And the chiefs had confirmed and gone into the village that he had died, and they wrapped him up in burial clothes. So that was a really hard.
It was
thing
our
to
first
see.
week in Mozambique. It was very confronting. Yeah.
So you walk into this hut. There's a family in mourning, and what happened?
So it wasn't just me and James by ourselves. So we were on this outreach, and it was an awesome group of students. We were sent out into the villages to just go pray for people within the community. And so I think there was maybe about 5 of us, and our translator was the truck driver. And we didn't have anyone special with us, like Heidi, or you weren't there. I was so special.
Stop, shut
up.
I said it.
VIPs.
I shouldn't have
It's
said
the
that.
worst.
No. But anyway, we didn't have any VIPs. So
That's
just
what
to,
I was
just
wondering.
oh no, right?
What was
What's she
Why did
saying?
it
Outta
happen?
No one knew what they were doing.
None of us
Yeah.
knew what we were doing. We were just like, we've read the book.
Making it up.
The Bible says to pray for those who die. So we kind of were very excited because before that we just saw a young child who was mute, and they were able to speak, and God just opened up their mouth. So we had this kind of expectancy of God's going to do something, and we're excited. But then we hear this grandmother crying and screaming and lamenting, and we follow her to this hut and find out this boy had died. And so we kind of had this, just come from this high of, we just saw Jesus do an incredible miracle, and then confronted with this, well, we just saw God do a miracle, but now there's this 5-year-old boy called Amadi who died from malaria in the home of the family from another faith, or just in a really sad state. And we're like, well, what do we do? And we've read the Bible, we know the scriptures, so we just asked permission to pray. And so we got permission, and the family let us go in, and it wasn't anything fancy. We all just prayed. Within 5 minutes, he started breathing. And I think we're all a bit shocked too. And we're like, oh, this is amazing. And
You said
it
it was
was
wrapped in burial cloth.
Yes, we actually had to take it off him because he was kind of like, as he started to regain life, it was strangling him because it was around his arms were around this. It was really a very interesting sight. And the grandmother was the local witch doctor, and the family were Muslim, and they got saved. It was really, there's so much more in the story, but that's just your nutshell.
You guys have video going back into the village. When are you going to release that?
As soon as we have time.
Yeah, I mean, it's been one of the
prioritize that.
It's been one of those stories of like not knowing what to do with it because it's such a like holy thing that happened, and also wanting to make sure we tell the story right because, like Jessica said, like none of us knew what we were doing, and like we've seen other miracles before, and people like out of nowhere just get sober that were on meth, and all sorts of crazy miracles in Africa as well. But this was a time where it's just like, yes, we had faith because we just saw that boy that was mute get healed, but we had no idea what we were doing. And it was the most sovereign thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we laid our hands on, but it wasn't like, oh, I cast the spirit of this off this child or any of that kind of stuff. It was
the smallest amount of faith, and God just really moved.
Yeah, it was
sovereign.
super humbling.
Yeah.
So I think we have a lot of like reverence around that story.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's been a little bit, we've got stuff and we've filmed stuff, but
we'll release something.
Even when it happened, it wasn't like, and then the whole village got saved. Like, some people were angry that he came back alive, and so it was very
you
weird.
Have to explain that because
there was a lot of like witchcraft belief in that town, and
Yeah.
one of our pastors who's runs our Pemba church, it's his hometown. So when we went back, we went with him,
Yeah.
and he explained some more about like the history of the village. But they'd already made plans to sacrifice the body and do stuff with the blood and just very intense stuff. So a lot of people were already like, we're in this train of thinking, this is what we're going to do. And then when the boy came back, they're like, oh, our party's off. You know what I mean? Like in a very weird, warped way.
Yeah.
So they were laughing at us. They were like pointing at us. It wasn't like, yay, everyone, let's believe. It's not like what you'd expect.
Can I talk about this for a quick second?
Very weird.
So I think a lot of times when the miraculous takes place in a culture that understands supernatural, I'll never forget when I went out for the first time to Mozambique and saw miracles. Like, it's underwhelming.
Yes.
Because but what we don't know is this stuff actually happens. Healings, crazy supernatural things. They happen on a normal basis in the villages. So like some people you might be listening to this and be like, this doesn't even make sense. They're like, none of this makes sense. Yes, I would agree, and I would say that some of that's cultural. But listen, I think you guys should put this out in the new year if you can.
Yeah.
And
we'll ask our boss.
Yeah, Jeff, can they do that?
We'll put it in the workflow.
Guys, I
Tell me
want
the to-do list.
Trello board.
I want to keep going, but like we're getting a little short on time, and there's a few other people I want to bring up here. But can I just say thank you for all you guys do, Matt? Thank you for all you do. You make none of this would happen if it wasn't for you. So thank you. And guys, you let us know. I think we should have Jess and James give them their own episode that isn't just based around a film, because we've done that.
Yeah, we did the first episode in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And you relaunched it.
And Nefento, you guys made that film, and you need to watch it. If you haven't seen Nefento, it's what love looks like in the mix of suffering, which is still going on currently in Mozambique. So, yeah, there's so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
James.
Thank
Jess.
you.
Don't forget about merch giveaways too, Will.
Well, why don't you do it?
Oh, yeah.
Give it away. Why don't you do it? Give it away. I'm going to go and talk to these guys about how we want to do the next. I'm going to step off.
All right.
But I'll be back in a second. So
I knew you'd do this.
You can listen.
I'm by myself.
Yeah, you got it.
This is an international podcast now, hosted by a strange Australian couple.
Yes.
We have merch on our website, so I don't know how Matt wanted to do this. Should people just say they want merch? How should we make...
Yeah, let's do that. I think that works well. If you want a shirt, okay, so let's just say if you would like a shirt or some merchandise on our store, which you can go to our website.
The first 5 people, they should have to answer a question or something.
Okay, let's make something really funny. It's got to be Christmas related. What's the strangest Christmas gift that you ever received?
That's a great one.
I think that would be good. And you have
All
to
right.
make us laugh.
We'll pick the top 5 strangest Christmas present. And Then if they email events,
If you
Matt
need-
will write it in the description in the
So you
chat.
got to pick the winner.
And we have hoodies, we have t-shirts, so you can email which one you want and what your size is, and we'll get it out to you.
Yay, and you can walk around wearing our shirts.
That's right. Represent
okay,
Iris.
So let's see.
Yeah, I think all those ones. I
So
did
maybe
those
Will,
ones.
you can help.
You guys designed a chunk of them. They're really good.
James
Thank
did. I'll,
you.
I'll pretend. I'll pretend. It was me.
You
One
guys are
flesh
awesome.
calls.
Okay, so Will's
Listen,
going to...
get out of here.
Okay,
gotta get
you're
out
going
of
to
here.
pick
four
the
more
best
people.
one. Okay,
No,
so
you're going to do it.
Okay, we'll pick it. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're
we're gonna
going
sort
to
it
go
out.
off screen.
All right.
How many people are you giving it to?
5.
5?
They're saying their best Christmas stories.
Okay.
Christmas present.
Listen, they're going to go through Pickett. They're going to reach out. Guys, I have 4 more guests, 2 slots. So I'm going to bring 2 on and 2 on. There's a couple of people that I really want to introduce you to. One of these guys, get on up here, Pastor Gabe Reed, who's been waiting patiently. How long have you been waiting, Gabe? Just a couple hours. Gabe, come on, sit over here. Now, we recently just did a podcast with you. By the way, nice jacket.
Thank you. I wore this specifically as a callback to like 3 Christmases ago when you got this for the team.
Yeah,
I think it's been a few Christmases.
why don't you stand on up and give him a spin? There's a Matt here. Hold on. There's an eagle. It says if you don't quit, you win. Yeah. And Jeff, you helped me make this. We did this for Christmas for the staff a few years ago.
One of my daughters asked if I was a basketball player when I put it on. I was like, maybe, sort of.
Gabe, if you haven't listened to Gabe and Sarah share their testimony, you need to. It's been one of my favorite green rooms that I've
Thanks. It was a lot of Sarah telling our story, which is the better way to tell it. I was there for support and for, additional beard in the podcast.
What Sarah, as we were getting ready, Sarah was like, okay. And she was all, the first 5 minutes, she's like, just quiet. And then as soon as she started, it was just off to the races.
Yep, it was great.
That's what I was waiting for. It was incredible. But listen, you've heard their story, but what you haven't heard is Gabe. I mean, I mentioned it, but Gabe is CFO. So Gabe handles all of the finance for the ministry. Gabe got us passed through external audits. Some of you guys might not find this stuff important, but I'm telling you, without Gabe, none of this would happen. Without the media team, none of this would happen. Without, these guys are so integral to what we do on a daily basis. And Gabe is in charge of making sure that every dime that comes in to serve the poor goes out and goes to the right place and is fully accounted for. Do you have any highlights from your years of working? Anything that you want to share?
I do. First, it's not just me. There's obviously a team of people.
Of course.
Some ministries, they do just have a really small finance department, but I have people who work for me, so I'm definitely not doing all of it. But we got Ben and Christina, Megan, Caleb.
Oh, yeah. Actually, Caleb, why don't you come on up?
So, but yeah.
And you can stay up here.
There's a lot of people behind the scenes making things happen.
Yeah.
But the highlights are, one of them was last night. I was at dinner and got a phone call about a big donation that's coming in. And it's just, but that's happened so many times. I've worked here 10 years and I don't know. I remember a few years ago where we were all up at the Iris house praying and talking about how it was time for the Lord to come through again. And then I don't even remember how much or what the details were, but it was like an amazingly large donation came in and God provided. But yeah, that's happening all the time.
Gabe's ministry is just being a nerd. That's how I like to describe it.
And being in charge of nerds.
And you just hired a new nerd.
Yep. This is Caleb, the new nerd.
Hello, new nerd. Caleb.
Hello.
Caleb, your mom is not in the room. She wouldn't have appreciated that. But we're about to have your mom on. And so I think some of you guys, you've met Rebecca, Caleb's mom. We did a 2-part series. Was it 2-part or just 1? No, we changed it. It was going to be 2, but we changed it. So you've met Rebecca, and this is Rebecca's son. And we just brought you on to the finance team.
Yeah.
And how's it been?
It's been great. I mean, it's a bit of a shift going from like volunteering to just helping out and doing things to being on staff and helping in an official capacity. But I've enjoyed it so far.
But you've been a part of Iris from the time you were a baby, child,
I don't know
young
about
man.
that. I was just before or just about 9.
Yeah.
So
and you've lived in Africa. You've lived in Japan.
Yeah.
You've been all over.
Yeah.
But I want you to hang on to this. I just want to bring it on just as a representation of the finance department.
Yep.
I'm going to have you and your mom share at the end.
Okay.
But stay on up here. Gabe.
Yes.
The people want to know. What do you guys want to know about Gabe?
How long did it take to grow the beard?
Yes.
I don't know, like 4 or 5 years. Sometimes I trim it, so it's impossible to know.
Someone put that podcast changed the way I see God as a father adopting me.
Oh, I know you mentioned that we filmed that podcast with you, but it was all about adoption, foster care, the pregnancy journey of us trying to have children, miscarriages, ultimately having a biological child, but adopting. I don't know how many kids we've adopted. Somebody count up for me. I think 5.
Yeah.
And then a biological child, and then we're fostering 2 more.
You guys have come up with a name. Someone said nerds are the best. What did you? It was the financial department?
Oh, yes. I don't think we came up with that. I'm sure it was someone like Joy who was clever enough to do that.
Somebody's asking, a couple people are asking, what's the most fun part of finances? And I think we would all say, well, no, what's your answer?
I don't know.
Can I tell you what I think?
Yeah, you tell me what you think, because it's different than what I think, I'm sure.
Watching Provision is incredible.
Okay. No,
but
I agree
there's
with
also something that I really appreciate about our whole entire crew that works tirelessly. And yeah, it is this. There's so many people that feel like they're unusable for the kingdom unless they do the fivefold, right? They're preacher, teacher.
Right.
And none of this, all of this, would not happen if it wasn't for you and your team.
Yeah, nerd should be included in the...
Yes.
Yep.
And so it says apostle, prophet, teacher, evangelist. Those are the gifts of administration. Those are the gifts of help. Admin and help are, if you look at them in the original context, they don't actually mean what a lot of us think they do. They mean that and more.
Right.
And you guys have gifts that uphold this whole thing and let us go and preach the gospel. But you're not just doing that. You actually do it. All of you minister. All of you serve. All of you do missions. It is incredible. And so that's what I love. Our admin team, I look at them just as I would any missionaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what's fun for me is to see, I mentioned some large donations, but there are people who are giving, they'll send in like a few dollars in cash, or they'll send in $5 checks, or they'll give a couple bucks online. And that's half of what keeps us going. Like, it's not the big gifts. It's like it's
the
half
steady
the big
partners.
stuff, and it's half the people giving $2.
Look down the barrel, Gabe, because we gotta close up. I want you to thank all the people, because there's a lot of people that watch the show that are givers.
Yeah, we get to open the mail here also, which is awesome, and we just get to see the checks and see the money come in and see God provide. And when you ask, like, what's our favorite, I think that is the best part. It's just I generally don't stress about money. It's what's fun for me is I get to see Will get really stressed, and he'll like do this, and he'll make like this face, and he'll be like, ah.
Just get a sweaty upper
and then
lip.
he'll come to my office and say, what are we going to do? And I just say, I don't know. God always seems to provide. And then money comes in. It just keeps coming in. So thank you, because it gives me the opportunity to be cool while Will is just freaking out. And I love that.
For a long time, I would have this burning sensation that I would joke her out, but it was real.
Yeah,
like I would actually have a burning, like, oh, we need $2 million in 4 days,
right?
Or we're all going, we're all gonna quit or get fired, or, and like it's a thing, and you carry it. Listen,
thanks,
Gabe. I love you, man. Thank you so much for hopping on.
All right.
All of you, go and watch Gabe and Sarah. And we're going to do another one with both of you, or maybe just Sarah. But
that's fine.
As you watch it, ask questions, because we're going to sit through and go through the comments and go through all the questions on that video, because you guys just have tons of wisdom.
Thank you.
So Thank you, Gabe. Can I get Laura and Rebecca up here? Last but definitely not least. Listen, guys, if you made it this far, just hang on with me for a little bit. There's an amazing update that I want to give you guys on something incredible that has been going on this last year. Hey, Rebecca, grab the mic. If you've been following Green Room, you've met Rebecca. Hello. Okay, and that was one of the. I think it's the only episode that I've done twice.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's because you asked so many deep questions.
But they didn't get to see any of that. And this is Laura. Everybody say hi, Laura. Laura. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was a surprise guest on Natalia and Fernando's. I don't know if you remember.
Oh my gosh.
You pulled me in.
That's true.
Unexpectedly.
That's true. I like to do that. Laura was Heidi's. Both of you ladies were Heidi's assistant, full-time assistant for years. But Laura, about a year and a half ago, I thought it was less than that, but it's
almost 2 years
my
now.
gosh.
It was February 29th because it was hilarious because I'm like, what's my work anniversary since leap year?
Yeah. And one of the things that you work on and you do so well is with the Iris University. And there's so many people watching that have been praying for us in the university. Give us an update on what's going on.
So it's an incredible miracle that we opened Iris University. Our inauguration was in February, and we finished our first year because the school year in Mozambique goes from February to November. So we had about 600 students studying.
Crazy.
And they were doing 7 undergraduate majors, 3 master's degree programs, and all up and running. And we finished our entire first year. It's been incredible. It's been amazing. I've gone there a few times and seen the campus just full of students, full of life. They do all different extracurricular programs, and that's amazing.
And you were there at the groundbreaking, right? So, I mean, to see it,
Yes, that was incredible. The inauguration, what a miracle. Heidi had been praying for this for 21 years, we realized.
Yeah.
And so 21 years of prayer.
That was probably our last live that we've done. We streamed the whole inauguration live on Facebook, I think.
Yes, that was actually such a sweet honor. I got to translate the entire inauguration.
It was so stressful.
Which was also about 3 hours.
I was like, girl, you were doing amazing. And just keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
It was incredible. I'm so glad we could share that with all of you guys, too.
Laura, we're trying to pack so much into such a small amount of time. If people want to connect more on the university, find out more information, it's up and running, get involved, how can they do that?
You can just email me, laura@irisglobal.org.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way. You can ask me any questions you have, or if you want to, we have some guest lecture spots available, but it's just specific if it matches what the students are studying, but we love to share with them from people from around the world.
Okay, now I want something from you that is going to be hard. And this question is going to come to you after. How many years were you Heidi's assistant?
5 years.
5 years. How many years were you Heidi's?
Officially 2.
Like on the ground,
Yeah,
2?
2.
But you both continue to do stuff.
We both travel with Heidi.
I want the funniest story of you traveling with Heidi personally. Don't listen, I know you're not going to like this question, but what is something like the funniest thing that you remember?
Well, this is what first comes into my mind. People, their hearts are beautiful, but they would like to give Heidi all sorts of random gifts.
Yes.
Like,
no, when we're talking random gifts, we're talking like she shows up at a church and people come with bags of things.
yes. And they want us to bring it to the children and like a lot of stuff. And we're traveling all around the world.
Yeah.
And
like we each have a suitcase,
Yes.
one bag and one carry-on. And it's not like a huge big bag. It's like a small bag.
Yeah.
And we have so many gifts. I have actually left some of my own shoes and gifts that people gave me to get things in my bag for Heidi or for the kids in Mozambique or wherever. Yeah. But talk about some of the gifts.
Give us some of the funny gifts that people give.
I mean, just really large T-shirts, all
like
sorts.
quadruple XLs.
Yes, and we're like, I don't think that's the right size for Heidi. She's extra small.
So let's do this. Let's fix this issue, okay? Of people bringing weird gifts or weird things to give to Heidi. Okay. What does Heidi like?
Okay, black clothing with colorful accent scarves.
But like, I just think it's not wise to buy people clothing.
Yeah, true.
Like, so if they're going to go and give something to Heidi, which happens all the time, what kind of stuff does she appreciate?
Okay, in saying this, like, she loves gifts and her heart, she loves when people give a gift. So we're not dissing gifts.
No.
But
listen, people want to know.
No, but the gifts, heavy gifts, when she's traveling, do pose a bit of a problem. However, she loves things. She loves candles. She loves flowers. When she travels, being able to have flowers in her room is one of her favorite things.
Orchids. She loves white orchids. They're like one of her favorites. She can't take them with her. You can't take them into another country.
She also loves giving them.
And then she gives them away.
She's a gift giver. So I've watched her have flowers in her room, multiple, vases of flowers, and give them to some of the staff who have been cleaning the rooms, or somebody, maybe they're having a birthday, and so she loves things
the jewelry that she gives. She 90% of the time, depends on what it is, she will gift it to someone else. Which, when I'm saying gift it, like, she's not like she will pray about who to give it to, and like wedding rings, stuff like that, she keeps, and those become the wedding rings for our Mozambicans that get married. It's actually really,
and
really
for
beautiful.
Our missionaries.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
don't
that.
have the finances to buy wedding rings.
Right.
I mean, that's actually something so beautiful. Heidi wrote about weddings in one of her books, and then people started giving her engagement rings all around the world. She'd have this bag of engagement rings, and she would give it to people who were about to get married, and it's such a huge gift because they wouldn't be able to afford that, and it's really sweet.
Come on. Laura, stay on up here. We got one of my favorite podcasts that I filmed is with you, Rebecca, and behind the scenes, it was awesome because it really, the story, if you haven't listened to Rebecca's testimony, you have to. It's ridiculous. And behind the scenes, we wanted to make sure that we were honoring everybody because there's so many people involved. And so it was such a fun one because I just loved your heart wanting to share the story, share it well, and make sure that everybody involved felt honored. And that's a hard thing to do when you're doing your life. I know my parents, my sister haven't always felt honored by things I've said publicly about them. At least I hope. And my sister, she's no comment. But
love you, Em.
Your story about what you guys went through in Mozambique, not just Mozambique, but in Malawi. Mm-hmm. It touched so many people. And, man, I just wanted to bring you up here to just share anything. As you've read the comments, as you've processed with people, is there anything else that you want to share?
First, I want to just thank, I've had so many emails, and it actually really touched me. Like always crying here. But I've had a lot of emails come in where people were encouraged. A lot of emails where people were reaching out for prayer, and to have the honor of praying for people in real hardships and walking through things has been an honor that I don't take that lightly. And so, and some emails I haven't even been able to respond to because of that reason. I want to actually pray and do it well and respond really well. But so that was one thing that, but I love having Caleb up here with me.
Hold on, I'm asking questions. Caleb, you listened to your mom's podcast.
Yeah, the day it came out.
Okay.
Actually,
both.
The minute it came out is when I watched it.
She shared the story of the passing of your father.
Mm-hmm.
How, like, I know she's shared this at churches, but it went out everywhere. Like, what was your process listening to that?
I mean, literally the only thing I felt was pride. Proud that she was able to share, and really just honored that people could hear the impact and get touched by her story, I think that alone is amazing. But also, I mean, like it's her story, it's my story, but it's a collective story of so many people who got to experience and know my dad. And there are so many people I've been able to meet and like build relationships with that knew him. And it's just amazing to hear how many strings and how many different lives were touched by this one story, whether or not I realized it.
Yeah.
And a lot of that kind of came up with watching this and in the, weeks and months after.
So.
Wait, including your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what?
Yeah. And your dad. I mean, Daryl held Natalia as a baby.
So Natalia.
It was Emmeline's daughter. That's right. That's right. And so
Natalia is my sister's adopted Mozambican daughter. Yes. And what are you saying, Em, about Dad? You got to meet Daryl when you were in Mozambique? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I didn't even know that until, I mean, how long had we? Yeah, 10 years.
It would have been 10 years later, yeah.
So when you said that, that was one of those things like, what?
Yeah.
So being Christmas, right? Mm-hmm. I think even just today's podcast, we've been all over the place. The highlights, the difficult, like this is a very difficult thing to share. And this little podcast that all of you guys make possible, and you guys are the ones watching it. I think you get to see this journey. Yes, about fun people and ministers that I know, but really my goal has been to bring on as many missionaries as I can to share the story. And I think you get to hear the bittersweet. You can sit here and listen to Peter talk about his family being tied up, Antoinette getting pistol whipped. And if you're catching this later, you got to go back to the beginning of today's broadcast. You get to hear the fun stuff, the silly stuff, the goofy stuff, the media stuff. Like you've been able to hear all this, the friendships that happen as God has breathed on Iris, and the lives that are touched in all of this. Like this is a bunch of highs and lows, and all of you guys have been able to share in these stories. And it's not just TV. It's not just podcasts. These are real people, and they're real journeys for the Lord. And my joy in hosting this is that you guys would be encouraged, your faith would be encouraged, and realize that you're not alone, right? Saying yes to the Lord doesn't mean that it's all perfect. There's highs and lows, but God moves in the middle of it. And I think with your story, Rebecca, and Caleb's, for those of you who don't know, I would encourage you all to watch, but your husband was trampled to death by an elephant as you guys were after you restored your marriage, after separation. It's like one of the most crazy stories. And I know that you guys watching, you're all going through stuff. Like let their lives, let their testimony be an example of the goodness of God in the midst of chaos. Do you have something you want to say? Like, that's who these guys are. Everybody on our team, there isn't a single person on our team, whether it's Gabe or Jeff or the media team, that hasn't faced difficulties. And I know this Christmas season, it's hard. It's one of the highlight seasons for people, but it's also a season that's really hard for people, whether it's been finance or you've lost your job or you've lost a loved one this year. Just know you're not alone, and know that you got people here that love the Lord, that continue to serve the Lord in the midst of chaos. You're not alone. And there is hope in the midst of all the chaos. And, let's do this as we kind of close out this time here. Rebecca, can I ask you to just pray for these guys in Christmas, and then I'll end it really quickly, if that's okay.
Yeah. Lord, I thank you that we were able to come together and laugh and cry and just enjoy family. God, I pray for those right now who don't have family. Lord, maybe they have lost a loved one, or maybe they are alone and they don't have family around them. God, I ask that you would be so ever present to them, and that you would reveal yourself during this time.
I pray, Lord, that you would be glorified and just exalted in this season in families. I pray for broken families or families that have a difficult time communicating, that there would be the most just restorative and healing season for these families, that there would be a breakthrough here. And Lord, I also just pray for those, and I think of Hank and Antoinette and the Wilcox family, where they had just shared such beautiful testimonies of being together as families and it being such a great, amazing, sweet, present-filled time. And I ask, God, that you would do the impossible in families who have watched that today and cried out for the same. For those who want to give gifts and maybe there isn't provision, that our focus would, yes, be that you're the gift, of course, Lord, but that you would answer those heart prayers for maybe single parents who want to give their children gifts, that you would just miraculously give to these families and truly just make a way where it feels there's no way. And Lord, more than anything, we thank you for you and the greatest gift we've ever had, the gift of love, the one that makes family and what we're doing even today around the world possible. And Lord, we just ask that you would be made known, and that as we continue to say yes and we continue to go, and those who watch continue to just seek you, I pray, Lord, that this would be a time and an hour where you will truly be found.
Come on. Amen. Amen. Guys, we did it. I want to ask everybody that's still here. We had a lot of people come and go, still in the room. Mom, Dad, Emmeline, Gabe, Jess, James, Matt. I know you guys stay there. Jeff, just come on up really quick. We're gonna say goodbye. My prayer is that all of you guys watching have the most amazing Christmas. Wherever you're at, my prayer is that you draw closer to Jesus. This has been a joy. I hear the statistics of what's going on globally, and how many of you guys watch this. It's incredible. It really is incredible, and it's amazing how this little missions movement that's serving on the field gets to do this other little thing, and it reaches so many. So I just want to say thank you, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. Mom, Dad, thank you. Mom, thank you for birthing me. Father, thank you for making that part happen. Hey, they can't hear you. You don't have a microphone. No, don't give her a microphone. Okay, thank you. But I wanted to thank all of you guys for joining us. Guys, 2026 is going to be a year of massive change. I know I'm already seeing it. We're lining things up for next year. I want to ask you guys, if there's anybody that you want on that you are connected with, please, if there's anybody that you are connected with that you think, shoot us an email. You can email us at events@irisglobal.org, and we're going to get a whole new list. We already have recorded some episodes for next year that are amazing. I got some really cool people in the works, and can I just tell you one that I'm almost 100% sure we're going to get this year? It's Mac Powell from Third Day. And some of you guys might not be excited. I'm telling you, I've never been more excited to interview someone in my life. He's going to come on. The amount of people that watch this is amazing. From the bottom of my heart, Merry Christmas to all of you. Make sure that you make Christ the center of this Christmas. This is a time of celebration of his birth, which led to the whole reason why we are all here. The death, and then the resurrection for the forgiveness of sins. If you do not know Jesus, I would encourage you. The Bible says, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock, and the door, which is the gospel of forgiveness of sins, to every man, woman, and child that calls upon his name. It is a gift of grace freely given by God to each and every one of you. And I don't care how far you might feel. He is as close as he's closer than anything. And so I would encourage you are not too far. You're not too far for Christ and his blood to wash you clean and set you free. Give your life to the Lord. And I promise you, Might not fix everything in the moment, but I'm telling you, the burden of sin and death will be lifted from your life. It is only this gift of grace that allows this. So give your life to the Lord, pursue him, have fun with your families, and guys, we will see you in 2026. Thank you for joining us live. Hit subscribe, hit like, leave a comment, and we will see you guys. Oh, Liz's sister made me this shirt. Green room, and it has something on the back. We love all the fan stuff and the T-shirts and stuff. And if you have anything you want to send us, you can send it to us at our P.O. box, at our office. 4946
Harpeth Paytonsville Road, Thompson Station, Tennessee 37179, and it is on our website.
It is on our website. I love all the fan stuff that gets sent. We love you guys. Thank you. Merry Christmas. We're out. We'll see you guys. Bless you.